What's a YouTube reviewing for French? This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Welcome on in, everybody.
Finally come on time, and then you come in.
What I said before the show, it wasn't working, JFig. That's what I meant. Like we were trying to restart his computer, but we got laptop for right now.
Yeah, we gotta fix that. I don't know if it's working.
If the computer's not working, it's not gonna.
Well, no, because the camera was facing down kind of like that, so I thought it was working now.
We'll fix it during the break.
Hey,
let's get on with the show.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome on in. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program. You're welcome.
That's interesting.
You are welcome. The Pinks got it done yesterday, courtesy of a little Messi influence. Have him out there, do a little run ski.
Here's why I hate you.
You're welcome.
Here's why I hate you. Here's why I hate you.
I told you.
Because no matter what happened, he was gonna put some kind of twist.
There's no twist on it, dude. He got out there and influenced his team. He gave him the band. And
when
then
he
all of a
left,
sudden,
it was 0-0.
I know, but that's the influence. That's all you need. You just need the presence and aura of Messi around you. You make the fans happy. They get to see their guy number 10, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What if this lingers because he didn't take this game off?
It's not going to linger.
How can you make that assumption?
It's not going to linger. It's not going to linger.
I could accept this from almost anybody else in the world.
Make the home fan
but
happy.
not you.
Why?
Have you ever played sports at that level?
You keep going back to this, and I don't understand.
But I'm telling you, it's not
congratulations.
an easy thing.
You've discovered I haven't played sports after 8 years together.
No, but
what a revelation.
So why do you think you're the foremost expert on this?
Because
I'm saying I don't even know how much soccer wears on your body.
He's fine. Don't be such a mark, dude.
A what?
You're like a wrestling mark. What do you also believe? The Undertaker really got spiked on his head?
He didn't?
Like, come on. Don't grow up, Peter Pan.
All right.
He's fine.
All right. Okay.
All I asked for was a little cameo. And what did we get? 4-0. Bing. Pinks win.
It's also the worst team in. So you think he's going to play the rest of the games from here on out?
I don't think he's playing this weekend.
Okay.
He doesn't need to. He's already reestablished what
now
they need
he
to
doesn't
do.
need to.
Task at hand.
Oh my God. Didn't yesterday you say he had to play?
He just had to make an appearance.
No. You said he had to play.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie.
You said he had to play the rest of the game.
No, I didn't. I said that he had to make an appearance yesterday. That's all I said. If you didn't hear that, if you didn't hear that, you did not listen.
Say it.
I did say that. I did say that.
You did not say he had to make an appearance.
Yes, I did. Okay. If you didn't hear that, that's on you. That's on you. That's on you, frog boy.
Oh, you're lashing out real early in the morning.
Wait, it's on me?
The 3 other people that sat on the show with you.
You're not listeners. What? You're not listeners. You guys are.
Why do we have to do the show twice? We have to do the show with you, and then we have to do the show again to check you on what you said.
You can check all you want. Go ahead and check the tape. But I said what I said, and the thing is, it's tough.
What did you say?
I said that he has to make an appearance. He has to make an appearance for the home fans.
You said more than that.
No, I didn't.
You
did said more than that.
What did I say?
You were saying he had to play the rest of the games.
Yes.
No, I said that he.
You said 2 weeks. That's enough time.
I said he has to make an appearance.
No, you didn't.
I did specifically. I said it would be fine if Tata puts him out there.
You know what? You are the reason why that commercial is out. Would you like to throw the flag? And then they all run over to the thing to check the replay.
Get the flag. You know you'll have one.
I do.
Tobin!
What?
Come on!
Dude, get out of here. You make the home fans happy. Not road game on Sunday. Don't need him. I don't care about Orlando.
And you said that yesterday.
I did say that. You got to make the home fans happy. Got to take care. Messi did right.
This is why. Can I just say?
I'm proud of him.
This is why.
I'm proud of him.
This is why. If you guys want to know why we argue so much, this is why. Because I call him when he's saying stupid stuff like this. I try to get him out of it because I know tomorrow when I call him on it, he's going to deny saying it. And this is exactly where we are.
If you're saying I said he has to play all the games, I didn't say that.
not no specific words.
I didn't say
but
that.
we got in an argument over how much wear and tear this is on his body, and you're like,
I don't know how much wear and tear it is.
there.
You know.
So he should be playing.
No, make a little appearance, little cameo for the fans. Baby.
That's not what you said.
Definitely is.
That is
Who
not
has
what you
Adam?
said.
Definitely what I said.
Marcos, did he say that?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up, but I'm gonna bring it up to him, and then he's gonna say, "See, that's not really what I said."
Well, I can't trust you. You already have.
Oh,
this-
now you can't trust your only support you've
He's
had
not my only
since
support.
he's been here.
I don't even like frogs. And he was born in August.
That's so mean.
And not only that,
-1.
he's
What?
known the man's.
Why are you lashing out?
He's a known propagandist.
Why are you
Wow.
lashing out?
Wow, when he's on your side,
Yes.
you love frogs.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
Wait, and I repeat, come over here, Marcos. Let me kiss you.
Oh, he did.
Let
say
me lick
that.
your face.
Let me look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened to that?
You're like,
All I said yesterday.
wait,
I will
wait.
Let's be honest,
It's
okay?
in
Let's be
the
honest.
intro.
He studied the tape.
No, let's
last
be honest about
night
it.
when he sent
Let's
us
be
that
honest about
message
No. Let's
to find
look,
a way to wiggle out of.
I'm not trying to wiggle out of
everything,
anything. The
technicality.
fact that you three are like a triple carnival barker package there. That all you do is just say things. Whatever the opposite was, that's what Tobin said. Let's get Tobin. It's really unbecoming of all three of you. And I got to be honest with you.
Tobin.
What I said was
He's trying to act
strictly was Lionel Messi has to do right by the Pinks and play for the home fans. He doesn't have to play the whole game.
You never said that.
I did too. I 100% said that.
You said he doesn't even run.
I did say that.
So what would be the big deal if he can play the whole game?
Well, now you're getting selfish
You're gonna
You
jump
want to
on
play
your
the whole
food, be
game now?
careful.
because that's not what I said. He
What-
did exactly what I needed yesterday.
What did you say? No. What did you say? Because right now, I want to mark this and then play the two back to back.
Okay, here's what I said.
And by the way, why we got him working like he worked at the ESPN?
He doesn't have
and
to
he had
work. I already know what I said. So you're the one who has to like.
Oh, so you
here's
I
you.
told you he
You know,
studied the
no.
tape.
Here's what you are. You know what
you
you
went
are?
back and you said, "Oh my God, what did I say?" Let me go
Here's
back.
what- no. I know what I said because here's what I said. Okay, I don't need to you who needs to be. Gotcha.
I'm not saying
I
gotcha.
gotcha, Leroy. Gotcha, Horde.
That's all you do.
You know, that's what you are. You treat me like a child. And you're like, got your nose. You don't have to because what I said was, it's upon Messi. It's his responsibility. Okay, if he can get out there for the home fans.
Oh, if he can get out there. Now he's if
No, and it's not fans today. Yesterday it was for the celebrities.
Yes.
Or the celebrities. Were there celebrities? there
No.
yesterday?
What about the
I don't
playoff
know.
push? Didn't you mention
Yeah,
that you wanted to make a
playoff
push for the
push.
playoffs?
He influenced. I told you.
Influence.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Got out there for a half. That's all I wanted.
You're the worst.
I mean, a little less than a half. You know, he could have pushed through. But
That's how you were with the whole
I'm not
thing.
going to quibble. I'm not going to quibble. He
You
did.
are quibbling.
I'm not quibbling. You guys
You
are
started
quibbling.
No, it's not
Also
quibbling.
quibbling.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
-1 for deception.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
In fact, -1 to both of you for lashing out.
No.
We wouldn't have to lash out if you wouldn't use deception.
Did the Pinks not take care of business yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome.
Oh, so
Acts
that
like
was
he
you.
was the
Did they
one on
take
the
care of business
field.
the other-
So okay, let's be clear.
Mhm.
When you're the mush, you shut up and you eat it. When you say, "Oh, we go Tobin, don't say it," and you say it anyway, and then our team.
What did I
loses,
mush? He played. They won.
You mushed Bob for almost a half a year.
Oh, I mushed him all the way to the Stanley Cup final.
Robin Hill Piano on YouTube says he's not lying. He's adjusting.
I'm like McDaniel.
Dude,
Take away my deep pass. I run up the middle.
that's you. That is you to a T. Like we're in cover 2 and you check.
I may have said something to the effect of like
Something to the
enough
effect.
of the rest already. But like,
Enough to the rest.
but he did
He
get out
looked
there.
So tired out there.
He's fine. He's fine. He's not gonna play for Orlando. They don't get to see us. We're rivals.
But what if they don't make the playoffs because he didn't play against Orlando?
They'll take care of it. He'll give a speech.
A speech?
Yeah. Rah rah says
Hold
Tumba.
on. Dude, can I just say,
Hmm?
why do you think locker rooms are like Rudy?
You don't think that Messi?
Win one for the
you don't
giver.
think Messi's had a big influence?
No, that crap don't matter.
You're silly.
You want to speak to us? Get out here and play.
You sound silly.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I probably don't know what I'm talking about.
What do you know? What have you done?
Hey, Leroy, you're not
Look.
on camera.
What?
Device is not detected.
Okay. Couple of show ponies, you two.
Show ponies.
Yeah, you guys should be in the show pony Kentucky Derby. There's Leroy, and there's the butterer.
Here comes
And are you the one wearing the fancy hat?
Wait, round the turn they come. Uh-oh, here comes the jackass. He seems to have a lot of kick in him. Like, come on, what the hell's wrong with you? The worst.
What? What did I
I
do?
cannot.
Marlins lost yesterday, by the way.
Did they?
Yeah.
Goodness.
As
Yeah.
you're wearing their shirt.
Yeah, I got to support. I got to support JFig.
I don't know. If
I
you're
don't see
doing
you have a
well.
Messi kit.
It's expensive, dude. You know, $200 for a Messi kit.
You know why I don't have one?
Hmm?
Because according to those sizes, I would have to be a 4X. I don't know why they so.
What would I be? 10th?
I'm 10th?
Oh, man. Those are our headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Take a quick break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hey, you want to listen to Thursday Night Football tonight? Giants and 49ers. You can hear that on 560 WQAM. Football is back tonight. Football is back tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you think this
We
is
got
really?
more protection than the Pentagon?
Do you feel like tonight is going to be the night where it gets real ugly? Thursday Night Football. Like we're 2
Yeah.
weeks in.
You know,
Because the first one was the
first
opener,
week,
doesn't count.
But it was good.
Uh-huh.
The first
Second one
a
was
good
it was a decent game. You know, it was a little chaotic. It was a little chaotic with all the turnovers and and Kirk Cousins, doing his Kirk Cousins thing.
being all Kirk Cousins.
All Kirk Cousins, just leading the league in passing and nobody wanting him.
But you know who he would help? The Jets. Because he's much better.
I don't think that's happening, dude. I don't think that they're going to get to a point where the Jets are going to get Kirk Cousins. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that's
Why not? If you get to a point where you have too good of a team, because
I think it's a couple reasons. One, what is the point where you wave the white flag when you're Minnesota? And then what is the hole that you need to get out of if you're like, what's the percentage you gave me for 0-2 teams? Oh, I guess they're 1-1.
no, that's 0-2 teams who to win the division. 0-2 teams who have, because keep in mind, Patriots won a Super Bowl starting off 0-2.
That's okay. They don't count. Anybody who throws Patriots or Tom Brady in my face, they don't count. Give me the rest of the franchises.
I got you.
I don't know. Like, let's just say they lose this weekend, right?
Mhm.
They go to 1-2.
Mhm.
Let's say I don't even know who the Vikings play, to be honest with you. Let's see. Minnesota plays the Chargers. Could win that game. Oh, if the Chargers go 0-3.
You know what's gonna happen. You know where that Staley is.
Man.
Wow.
man.
Yeah, you think he gets fired? Hot seat game?
Wow.
I don't
Week
think
three?
he gets fired, but I will say that I do believe that they're gonna start kicking the tires on other decisions.
Possible. But let's just say, all right, if the Vikings go 0-3, do you think that's enough for them to go and call up the Jets? Be like, so what about this Kirk Cousins thing?
But keep in mind,
And do you think the Jets look
this
at it?
race might be more incredible than the number 1 seed, right? Who's going to get the first pick?
Oh, because everybody wants Caleb
Because
Williams?
think about it. You got Arizona. You got not the Jets aren't even trying, right? Because they figure they got Aaron Rodgers for 1 more year.
Right.
Okay, so they're in the interesting. That's why I say it might work with Kirk Cousins, because he's only got this is his last year on that contract.
Mm-hmm.
So who's to say all right, we'll give you $30 million and have a nice life, right? Then Minnesota would be in the mix. What do you think? Denver is up in the air.
They have to be. If they lose this week, that
Right.
Sean Payton's definitely got to be thinking about that.
Chicago.
Dude, what's up with that? Did you hear that?
He has here. I'm gonna say this.
Justin Fields called out his coaching.
He didn't call him out. He said he's playing too robotic.
He played
because
too
the
robotic,
coaches
but he said the coaching, and then he had to come do another press conference at his locker because he's like, "Oops."
So let me explain to you what happens. A lot of these naturally gifted quarterbacks come into the NFL, and these coaches try to get them and work on their footwork and get them in position and whatever. But what plagues a quarterback early in his career is decision making, where he's looking. You see what I mean? And so from that standpoint, they showed plays on that offense where guys were wide open down the middle of
He
the
was getting
field,
protection.
and he was getting protection and whatever. It has to be natural, but it has to be in the scheme of things. And they're somewhere in between that. Last year, they weren't putting as much pressure on them to make the right reads, do the right things, or whatever. So a lot of times he would just run.
He's explosive.
they
We
had
saw that
right.
against, we saw that against him last
Right.
year. That guy, he is explosive,
Uh-huh.
but he's not Lamar Jackson. He's not.
Right.
Like he's, you know.
Well, because here, the biggest problem I have with people commenting on Lamar Jackson and lumping him with all the other quarterbacks who run the ball is that he is the best thrower of all of them. I mean, pure passer of all of them.
And now he's got weapons.
Right. And so that's the thing that I think, to say he's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Lamar Jackson because he can't throw. Not yet. But a lot of those guys, they gradually get into becoming a quarterback because they have that athletic ability to buy them time. They took that away from him in his second year. And now they want him to, look like something else. Now, part of it is on him because no matter what they ask you to do as a quarterback, you're still reading coverages and looking down the field and hitting an open guy, right? That's never going to change. So when they put on film and he tries to say, I feel too robotic, and you turn on the film and see a guy running down the middle of the field, they ain't going to fly with his teammates either.
Here is Justin Fields. This is the comments that are kind of sweeping Chicago right now.
I felt like, I wasn't necessarily playing my game. Felt like I was kind of robotic and not playing like myself. My goal this week is just to say F it and just go out there and play football how I know how to play football. That includes thinking less and just going out there and playing off of instincts rather than just so much, so to say, info in my head, data in my head, and literally just going out there playing football. Because that's when, I play my best is when I'm just out there playing free and being myself.
Do you think it's also a concern? Like we are, he's year 3 that he can't seem to process things fast enough, no, that he is that shaken on stuff, because you've always said like one of the things you marvel with too is the ability to get rid of the ball so quickly, to make decisions. And the thing, too, was talking about this yesterday with, you see they've talked about like he doesn't throw to people, he throws to windows and he throws to areas, and a lot of that also has to do with the size of the guys that he has.
Right.
It's just so impressive.
It is. It like people, people don't understand. I can't explain this enough. Watch quarterbacks throw it to the middle of the field. Watch them. It's probably the least accurate place to throw it in the world on the field. And the quarterbacks that do it are Hall of Famers. That have had success doing it are Hall of Famers. And so when I see Tua throw the ball like that and throw it into those windows, and it's amazing. The thing I'll say about Justin Fields is this. Regardless of whether you're mechanical or whether you're robotic or whether you just got to be you still, as an NFL quarterback, have to be able to read defenses. You still have to be able to look guys off, right? And what happens when you get to the NFL is that clock is much quicker than you sitting back patting the ball at Ohio State. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of it, there's some valid points to what he's saying, but most of it is on him because he ain't even looking in the right places. That's on him.
Sounds like he needs this guy in his ear.
Clock, 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 clock.
When you watch quarterbacks and quarterbacks get sacked, they have one flaw. They all have the same flaw. They hold the ball too long, right? You're asking your offensive line, like they tell you, if you get 2.5, 3.5 seconds, that's it. That ball has to be gone. In any offense, whatever offense you run. So when you see these guys back there patting the ball, 3.5, 4, 5, and then get sacked, that's not on the offensive line. But we always make, oh man, they're not giving him any time. The hell they're not. That's on him.
Like they're holding up monsters.
It's a giant. You know why Tua ain't getting sacked? He can rid of the ball in less than 2 seconds. If that defensive end who's playing a wide 9 like they did last week, right? If nobody was blocking him, he could not get to Tua quick enough.
Here is Justin Fields was asked about is the coaching, causing him to think too much.
When you say thinking less, what do you think was causing you to think so much, maybe think too much?
Could be coaching. They're doing their job when they're giving me what to look at, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I can't be thinking about that when the game comes. I prepare myself throughout the week, and then when the game comes, it's time to play free at that point. So just thinking less and playing more.
No. Because even when you think less, that means you got to prepare more, right? When it comes natural to you, when your eyes become natural, oh, cover 2, here's where I need to look. Cover 3, oh, they're in man, here's what I need to do. On this situation, I can take off and run. When that comes natural, right, then you can say the things you're saying. Part of the reasons why it looks so robotic is because you haven't done enough work to know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
And so don't put that on coaching.
It's tough.
Right, but here's what's going to happen. Because he said that, some coach might get fired.
Maybe.
And it's because he don't know, he hasn't put in the work.
Well,
I'm not going to say he's not putting in the work, but you can dude, I have never seen a play with a quarterback that gets 4.5 seconds to throw the ball, and the guy right down the middle of the field is wide ass open.
Yeah.
No.
Here was so the rare thing, usually a quarterback speaks once a week. Tua speaks once a week to the media. It's like a thing. Starting quarterback speaks to the media once a week. But he came back from practice. I'm guessing he talked before practice and then came after practice, went to his locker and called the media over again to clarify.
I love you guys, but I get that you guys' jobs are to get clicks. So it's like when you take my quote out of context, when you just say that, if you paint the picture on the inside out, like y'all are trying to split us up as a team. I'm not blaming anything on the coaches. I'm never gonna blame anything on the coaches. Never gonna blame anything on my teammates. I will take whatever happens in the game. I will take all the blame. I don't care. It's a drop pass. It should have been a pass. Put it on me. But never when you hear anything come out of my mouth to where I will blame it on somebody else in this organization, my teammates, never will you hear that. So I just want to clear that up and just know that like I need to play better. That's it. Point blank. If y'all, that's what I should have said in the first place. But I was trying to give y'all more details because I appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do, and I try to give y'all the information y'all want for you guys' job. So I'm gonna do that, and in the future, but I ask you guys just to put the whole quote out. Don't cut it up into words and pieces to make it seem like I'm saying something that I'm not.
I get it. Listen,
you know what that is?
You don't
Tobin 101.
That's I get that Justin Fields wants to go and blame because people are just tweeting what's the reason, they'll just put his word coaching. But his explanation wasn't any better. Nobody took him out of
Well,
context.
what he's saying is that there was more to those comments.
No, I get it. No, what he's probably saying is because on Instagram, you'll be asking, well, what is the problem? And an Instagram post will just put coaching, and then that gets put under the guise of media. And it's they're not the same thing. It's not the reporter's fault because of the way things are kind of sensationalized these days on clickbait and stuff. They didn't do anything wrong there. And he had multiple explanations that were kind of
Here's what I would say. If they took it the wrong way, which I did too, because it sounded like you put it on the coach.
No, we took it the way he said it.
So if we took it that way, you said it wrong. So when you say you're trying to give us more, you can give us more without throwing anybody under the bus. And then to come back and then say, put it on me, you can only say that the first time.
Yeah.
You can't come back. Right. Exactly.
You don't call a second press conference to say, never mind, guys, that's on me. Because obviously people were pissed.
Right.
Damage is done, my friend.
And what ends up happening is all over social media, all over ESPN, all over Fox. And when you get into the meeting room, they gonna show the plays that I was talking about and say, is this coaching? Because we told you to look at this safety right here. Oof. The safety went left. Why are you still looking left? Well, here comes the guy over the top, like we told you. Coaching, like we told you, wide ass open.
So you think the coaches are going to lash out in a meeting?
No, they're going to call his ass out. They should. You know why? Not just for their sake, but for the rest of the team's sake. And then they call him out and say, I don't know what it is. You either need to do the work, you need to study some more tape, you need to figure out what your reads are. But this ain't coaching. And you call him out. And then at that point, he should get up and apologize. And then we move on. But if he fights it, his teammates are going to look at him like, damn, dude. But that's, listen, behind closed doors, there's different conversations that are had in front of the media. You need to know that that crap does not fly in the meeting room because that stays in there. But everybody has to be accountable. You not only have to be accountable to your side of the ball, but everybody else needs to know that everybody in that room is held accountable. And you can't move on unless you do that.
We'll take a quick break. You guys can get at the show 305-567-0560. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. The channel, Miami 560 WQAM. Streaming live on the Odyssey app as well. Back after this. Rascals, it's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you up until 2 o'clock here on the program.
See what these sneaky people have done.
Who?
Uber Eats. Like, it used to be you could go like 10, 12. They changed the percentages. Now you get less.
I feel like everybody's done that though. I feel like the minimum now is like
For your options.
if you don't give 15 to 17, they kind of look at you.
No,
That's the minimum though.
dude, I'm telling you like this. I don't really like to tip before I get my food
Yeah, I understand that.
because, like, the other day,
You got the old parachute
dude
drop off.
was gonna leave my
yeah.
food in the hallway,
Yeah.
and I caught him.
Maybe,
Right?
Maybe he just forgot something in his.
No, and then he was on a motorcycle,
Hmm.
so my food is just willy-nilly traveling down the streets of South Florida.
Speaking of willy-nilly, our show and Miami Media School giving you a chance to watch us in studio
Yeah.
and take part in the Goosies, the shenanigans, and the sports talk. You guys can see how it all works.
I'll bring snacks.
Leroy will bring snacks. If you guys win, you also get a swag bag from WQAM. So enter now. Go to WQAM.com/contest. Miami Media School. You guys can gain the skills, advantages, and insights you need to become a sports broadcaster. Visit beonair.com for more information. But if you guys are a fan of the show, you guys want to come watch us in person, enter now. WQAM.com/contest to take part of the Goosies.
So how many people win?
I think one.
One?
Or
Okay.
one and a friend. I don't. Hey, GuLen!
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey!
GuLen!
Hey!
Hey, we have a question.
We have a question.
Oh,
Hey.
he's coming in.
That's
Fix it, dude.
Yeah, nice.
Hey, GuLen,
I'm begging you to leave me alone.
how many people win the Miami Media School? Like, do they get to bring a friend? How does that work? Or only one person gets to go?
I'm told it's one person.
One person.
But
One.
I
If you want, you can talk in this microphone.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, very nice. Very
Oh,
kind of
Thank
you.
Big.
Really good.
All right, everybody can start ripping me now.
Oh, okay.
I'm told it's plus one. I'm told it's one person, but I'll ask if it could be a plus one.
All right, there
Nice.
You
What a
want
good
plus
guy.
one?
I'd like a plus one. I think if they want, if optional, optional plus one.
Okay.
We got to get our swag bag ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it later.
Okay, yeah, it's a lot in there. I'm telling
All right, thank you, GuLen. By the way, speaking of this, so GuLen, he hooked it up with the NFL voice. I don't know if you've heard this.
Yeah.
So the
yeah.
NFL guy,
Yes.
you know, he does for Game Day Uncensored. We have like the NFL voice, and he's good. That guy's good.
Yeah.
He's got pipes.
He's
Yeah.
born to do this.
He's a pro.
Really
He's a
good.
professional.
Yes.
You know, he's like, oh,
Oh yeah, what we heard was real.
and Christian Wilkins knows the Dolphins
Hey,
have to be better on
Like,
defense.
it's not football unless you hear that guy go the frozen
he's good.
tundra
He's
of
and
Lambeau.
Tua's slinging that pill. But now
You got him to do some.
he's doing some work for us.
Nice.
Now give me what he's rattled off for here, Marcos, before we get to his work in the studio with how this came about. Can you provide our audience what the NFL voice has provided us?
Yeah, for sure. This is a professional. Keep in mind.
Yeah, professional.
Professional. This
Yeah.
is real serious business here.
Goosies.
I mean, come on.
Hey, hey.
That's a different level of goose.
That's
level.
good. That's a manly goose.
That gave me the goosies.
Wow.
Goosies.
Oh.
That's good.
Wow.
Let's just compare these.
Goosies.
Goosies.
That's so good. I mean,
Different
he's
level.
good.
Both professional.
He's
Yep.
good.
Yep.
There's no way that this went okay in the studio because like he is a football man who is reading football things. So like when he first got this, once he first got this in the studio, did he nail this immediately?
Took a little bit. This is what I heard here.
Goosies. 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 Goosey. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Yes, I puberty hit in the middle of that word.
How he kept the tone.
Wow,
That guy's a pro.
he's
Pro.
good.
Like, I just feel like there's like a little goosies just bouncing around my house at night. Holy smokes.
Goosies. Goosey. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Yes, puberty hit in the middle of that word. It's
Man. You imagine like that guy just going to like Starbucks and ordering like a frappuccino.
Wow.
Frappuccino.
That's amazing.
He's good.
That guy is good.
Wow.
He's worth every penny.
Whatever he is. I would need him to say more stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we got him. We got him and Mike Biamonte, 2 pros.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wow.
I wonder what he thinks of us.
Who the NFL voice guy? I don't
Yeah.
think he's like.
It's like, who says this?
I'm gonna need you guys to zell me a couple extra.
He's going through the list of all.
You
the
want
other
me to say?
requests.
He's like, he probably tells GuLen. You want me to say what?
Exactly.
Right.
You guys realize, like,
I'm a
I'm the
professional.
voice of Monday Night Football on the radio.
I don't say or feel goosies.
Goosies.
Wow.
Yeah. Tell you what. I got the goosies.
Me too.
Yeah, can he say loose goose floozy? Too much.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, we just got Goosies out of him, and he was already feeling ridiculous. But
Right.
we'll,
He
of
was
course,
already-
but we'll of course ask State South. I'm gonna put. Well, I have this resource, and we're doing Game Day Uncensored. I'm gonna use this resource.
Yeah. He'll be a friend of the show by the end of it.
He's like, I hate you.
Oh god.
Oh,
You guys are idiots.
What are the
Well,
odds of
did you let Mike Biamonte know? Because he might be
did I let him know what?
that we've outsourced.
No, because I'm going back to my. Listen,
We need more from Mike B.
I need more from Mike B too. I'm about to send out my list.
Mike B is like, that's my thing.
I'm about to send out my list for the season.
Wow.
Mike B actually called in. He left us a message.
-1.
Oh, he's hurt.
Wow.
He's hurt.
-1 for betrayal.
And well, look, if anything, Mike Biamonte is better because Mike Biamonte has 2 voices. Really has more range, if we're
Home
honest.
and
Than,
away.
yeah, he has home and away. This guy's got 1 note, Manly.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
it.
He's like, hey, what was that? I like how he's like a musical artist. You know, it's kind of like it's like Freddie Mercury trying to like get the sound of the studio.
Yeah, it was.
Not anymore.
You even hear
Well,
his
you know what
producer
I
in the background cracking up. At a certain point, they're like, "What are we doing?
What are we
here?"
doing here?
Was a good movie though.
Goosey. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Yes,
Why do you
puberty
laugh
hit in
like
the
the
middle of
Cookie
that
Monster?
word. It's
It's in the zone, dude. It's in the zone of Manly.
Oh man.
I feel like I sound that way sometimes.
Oh yeah,
None of us have a voice like that. dude. I promise you.
that was
Same.
pretty good.
None of
Marcos.
us.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Speaking of the Goosies, Tua, dude, yesterday, Tua Tagovailoa, he gave us all the Goosies, possibly galore. That's next. Tua, it's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Two of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Leroy,
what's up?
We got a weather update from the Desmond and Dover
You
Law
sure
Firm.
can.
YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Free consultation 24/7. Call them up at 866-954-MORE.
Partly, I would say maybe mostly cloudy. A couple of, spots of sun. It was a beautiful morning. Cooled off a little bit.
Yeah.
It was the first morning it was in the 70s all year. Nice. Well, since the winter. Winds are going from left to right, so they're coming out of the east. I see a plane going from right to left. And it looks like that cold front has finally made it through. So it's going to be maybe less humid and a little bit cooler in the morning. Like I said, later on in the week, it's going to get down to less than 75, which would be great because we need it. And I would say right now, 85 degrees.
How you doing, Marcos?
86 degrees, pretty close there. Winds 4 miles per hour out of the east, just like you mentioned. Scattered thunderstorms on the radar for later on today.
He's a golfer.
Yep.
He's a golfer.
He's a giant. I might have to wear the long pants this weekend.
Oh. Ooh.
Because there's
there's
always the jackasses who try to gut it out.
Yeah.
And like, I wear shorts until it gets below 65 or something like that. And I'm like, why? Like, why? They go, you played football and it was 5 degrees. I said, I was running. God, why does it, come on? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the nice weather. Now, I will say this. Every evening, that rain that has hit South Florida has been unbelievable.
My drive back home yesterday was kind of scary.
Was it?
Yeah, I was driving, but it looked like I was driving to doom because when it was striking thunder, you can see it going into the highway.
But wait, how about the lightning the last few days been across the sky?
Yeah, it's been weird. And the worst part was that it was where I was going.
Right.
So
you ever notice you see all that lightning? Guess what you don't see? Planes.
Nope.
I would hope not.
Tua Tagovailoa. Love this guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. I love him.
Right.
Love him. So, Tua
really,
yesterday.
Waddle?
What do you say?
The old get cold easily. You know what?
Oh, man. So, Tua yesterday. He's kind of asked about the hype of the season, home opener, how everything's going with that. Listen to this guy. This guy, every time, it feels like every week he gets to that podium and he's got the right thing to say, right? But what he said yesterday.
You are a piece of work.
What do you mean?
You are amazing.
What do you mean?
You are amazing.
He got to that podium yesterday. JFig, did you hear this?
I didn't.
I did hear it.
Marcos, did you hear it?
I heard it. So.
I heard it just now. And
play Tua.
Oh, you back, right? Oh, you back.
You're
back with your boy, right?
With
your boy.
No cap.
Yeah, I think it gives all of us on this team a lot of pride. We feel that the city of Miami has been waiting and they're ready, for a championship. You look at the Heat, you look at the Panthers, the Florida Panthers. I mean, all those guys were able to, to make it to the final dance, and they were able to do special things throughout their seasons. And so, we're kind of trying to trot along that line and sort of follow the lead of those guys.
Wow.
Goosies.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, man. Hey.
Goosies galore.
This guy. Let me just tell you something. Can I tell you about Tua?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best. And the man has a sense of theater, Like he just has a grasp
Will you stop?
of the moment,
You're
dude.
taking away
Theater.
from
Why?
the Goosies.
Right.
JFig.
You're ruining
it
a
right.
good
I'm
moment.
not-
I'm not ruining a moment.
You're
All right.
ruining a
Just
good
right.
moment.
say what right? Theater?
Theater.
Theater. Yeah, we're saying
No.
samesies.
What if we get the NFL guy?
Right.
Theater.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm.
I love him because this is exactly what my point was in the offseason with Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel was hobnobbing all around town, which I was fine with. Enjoy your life, coach. But he was hobnobbing with Spo. He was going to every NBA playoff game. He's going to the Stanley Cup final. He's banging the drum. And I said, that's cool. I'm fine with you, but
No, you didn't.
I was fine with it.
Oh my goodness, you had
But-
a problem with it.
I didn't have a problem with it.
And we
Nope,
fought
nope,
over it.
nope,
And I
nope,
said,
nope.
it's the off
There
season.
you go. Once again, you're mincing my words. Okay.
I'm gonna mince you in about 2 seconds. Why you gotta lie?
What I said was that he can do that, but realize pressure's on. Pressure's on. Pressure's on. And
you didn't wait. You never started saying, shouldn't he be doing some football stuff?
No, I
kept saying we argued. I said
just
it's
said
at
I hope he
night.
knows the pressure's on. I hope he knows. If he's hanging around all these coaches and he's hanging at all these events, I hope he knows pressure's on. And so for Tua, who wasn't at those events, to have a sense of the theater.
You're the worst. How do you do this every day?
What do you mean?
You're the worst. Every day.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Because
He doesn't
the
get
things
better.
you're saying right now,
Yeah.
that's not what you said. You were calling Mike McDaniel out, and I'm like, Tobin, it's the off season.
Stop capping, dude. I didn't say that.
First of all, you are not allowed to use that terminology. Listen, let's make a
This
deal.
has been
You
a
don't
rough
use cap.
hour.
Yeah.
You don't use cap, and I won't use gosh darn it or golly gee willikers.
Not a
You
fair
don't
trade.
even do that.
I know.
Not a fair trade.
He shouldn't be doing cap either. And thanks for egging him on and putting it in the system. Right?
No cap.
What would you even use it for?
I feel
That's
like I'm being tag team right now because he, like a second ago, he was on you too. And you just,
He said he don't like frogs born in August.
yep.
short memory.
Like amphibians.
Gotta keep going,
Amphibians have short memory.
Can't focus on the last
So
play.
while he complimented you, he bashed you over the head. Dude, what? You just letting it happen.
He's
What happened?
adorable. Look at him.
Oh, now he's adorable.
He's adorable. Look at him. He's like Gogi.
Look at me.
Like Frogie.
You don't have the goosies from that though?
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I heard it. Yes. Yes, I do. I do. I think we've had a number of quarterbacks in the past that a quarterback has kind of screwed them over their first year, right? And they didn't have the wherewithal to respond like this. So Tua has handled himself like a gentleman, right? He has.
I don't have the Goosies.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Why?
Wow.
Why?
Wow.
Yikes.
Wow.
Why?
Goosies galore.
Oh, with the swerve.
A little okey doke.
With the swerve.
Goosies.
Wow. That was is that not
Someone grab.
is
a
he not the best? Is he not
is
the best?
Really is the best.
If anybody has to like, look, you can do two things right now. You can call 305-567-0560, and you can either argue that he's the best, or you can agree that Tua is the best. 305-567-0560. But if you're gonna argue that he's not the best,
what?
I just want you to know, if you argue the point that he's the best,
Yeah.
you can go to hell. Just so you know.
Okay.
Wow.
Just so you know. I love this guy, man.
Yep.
I love him. You know?
Remember when you said he ruined Christmas though? People don't forget.
I do remember that, but I didn't know he was
remembers
concussed. I
because
didn't know
he
that
was
he was
also one of
concussed.
them.
All right.
I didn't know that he was concussed.
Okay.
And
But
I
love
did-
him though.
And I did apologize. I did apologize.
Okay.
560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Kyle, I'd like to agree that Tua is the best, and it is in fact pronounced theater.
Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great day.
I don't
That's
like
crazy.
this.
I
What do you
didn't-
mean you don't like this?
Is that
He just
throw
agreed
it-
that Tua is the best.
I love that
It's not
part.
theater,
The
though.
other part, though.
It's not the 8.
If you agree that
It's
Tua
not
is the best,
theater.
305-567-0560. Okay. If you disagree with that, you can go to hell. RVA Richie, how are you?
Good morning. Who do you love more, Tua or Bob?
Oh,
That is
Unfair
rough.
question. Unfair question. Moving on.
You can't
Okay.
deal with
Moving on.
that right
Moving
now.
on. Unfair question. 560, you're on the air. What's your name?
I think that was in support of Tua.
I think it was too.
I'm almost positive.
I think I heard a goat somewhere.
I thought, yeah, that guy was saying, hey, 560, you're on the air. What's your name?
This is Luke.
Luke, it's Tobin. How are you?
I'm good.
What-
I would like to argue that Josh Allen is the greatest quarterback of all time.
What a terrible argument
That
that
is a
is.
terrible
That's a
argument,
what is your argument of
Yeah,
that?
yeah. What stats support that?
Coward.
No, yeah, no
Ha.
stats, of course.
Coward.
Hollow.
560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Oh shit! Hey, it's Bam out of the Bayou from the chat.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm good.
What would you like to say, buddy?
I don't watch football, but let's get Dame time, baby. Woo! Leroy!
Oh, we got more on that. We got more on that for sure.
Man, what a day. What a day. It's Tua, man.
How can you hear him say things like that and not pinch his little cheeks? Like, come on.
Tua?
Look at your little cute
He's
little
just the
Super
best,
Bowl
dude.
winning-
He's the best.
Super Bowl winning.
He's just like, I know you guys have been waiting.
Quiet confidence.
I
too,
know.
You know.
You know? Handsome Daffy, what's up, man?
What's going on? That caller that said that Josh Allen is the greatest quarterback, that is cap.
That is
Yeah,
cap.
see,
That's
that
cap,
is
dude.
that is
That's
actually
cap.
the most cap thing on this show.
That's
Tua
cap.
is the greatest quarterback since Dan Marino.
Agreed.
Look at that.
Agreed. Thank you, Handsome Daffy.
I mean, look, that guy's handsome.
That's why he's handsome.
That's why he's Handsome Daffy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
560, you're on the air. What's your name?
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
Browns?
Go Cleveland. Woo!
That guy
Why,
must
though?
love Leroy.
He must.
We had
he
a
must-
Go Brownies chant. Come
You
on.
just
Just
missed it,
now.
Leroy.
Yeah.
You missed the Go Brownies.
560, you're on the air.
Yo, absolutely, it's Tua time, baby. Tua's number one. There's no competition out there, and I love these Patriots guys out there who are talking about
Oh yeah.
Tua not doing anything special.
He didn't do
except
anything.
throwing sub 2 seconds and lighting them up and getting the W.
Yeah, he had.
Smoking it on the way out.
You know why the Pats hate that? Because they watched it for 20 years with Tom Brady
Yeah.
do the same thing.
Oh, but like Bill
Carved him.
Belichick was so afraid. He had this whole. He's like, I'm so afraid of Tua and Tyreek Hill. I'm putting 9 people back there. I'm gonna rush one guy, just one. He basically ran the Hail Mary defense the entire game.
Right.
And
You know what? And kudos to this offense because they were able to sustain drives, taking those little short passes, taking a shot every now and then to keep them honest. And like, yeah, that's what Bill dares you to do. Bill Belichick has all his defenses. They very rarely give up big plays. What they do is that they let you go all the way down the field, nickel and diming them, and then you get in the red zone, they dare you to score.
I made the right choice there.
Oh, bad.
I was like, let me just screen these next two. I made the right choice.
Oh.
take a quick break. Love you, Tua. Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 o'clock. Hey, football's back, and so is our Dave & Buster's gift card giveaway. If you guys want to go to Dave & Buster's in Hollywood with your gift card, watch your favorite teams, college, pro, whatever. That place is, that's a good place to watch a game.
Yeah, man. Big TV. Biggest.
Yep. Giant TV.
Yep.
Fantastic. But if you guys want to win a gift card, 250 smackaroos.
Wow.
In Dave & Buster's.
It's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of games, dude. Oh, my son and I, though, recently went to an arcade. We blew through a lot quick. That kid can play some video games fast.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to go Dave & Buster's is like the number one arcade he loves going to.
I think so.
And
is there any better? I can't think of anything.
not that I'm aware of. They just got everything big. They got
the
Mario.
formula,
They got the
dude.
giant Mario Kart, the giant Connect 4. They got
Yeah.
the Papa Shot.
Tell
They
you
got
what, though,
everything, dude.
You will need that entire gift card because if you want to get anything from that prize place,
Oh,
you're
man.
gonna need a lot.
You better have a lot of tickets. You better have a lot of tickets. So if you guys want to watch sports, go with the family, go play a little game action, Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Go right now to our contest page, WQAM.com/contest. And you guys can win yourself a $250 gift card to Dave & Buster's.
That place is massive.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think the Giants are going to get smoked tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
No Saquon.
Damn it.
Here's the thing. No matter how much I try, what are you guys doing? You got a headache?
Yeah, dude, for some reason. I don't know why, dude.
Mm.
Too much chili sauce, I guess.
Too much lying.
Okay.
You think it's lying guilt?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You were very mean to Messi yesterday.
I was not well.
Dude, you went too far. And then you try to come in here today. That's when you got the headache. When you try to come in here today and
I had
like
the headache
flip
coming
it.
in. I wasn't trying to flip it.
Oh no. So let me get this straight.
Yep.
When he got hurt, you didn't go, oh no.
I got a lot of angry DMs. I got a lot of angry DMs. I'm pretty sure if our boy Martin would have heard me, like he would have disowned me.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, you
Martin.
said what about Messi?
Martin.
He says your
Hey.
pathetic little Pinks team.
Mate, Martin loves Messi.
Loves Messi.
He can do no wrong.
Hey man, Martin's our guy. All right, so don't mess that up.
I won't.
Well,
when is the appropriate time for me to say, hey, Messi, get out there, buddy?
In fairness, I asked the question.
Oh no!
And you don't think he
See?
should? You don't think he should? I mean, to a point, to a degree, but like, when do we care about winning and losing?
They all care about winning and losing.
Clearly
They're
not.
There. Wait. Then come out and say, I don't care if he plays against Orlando. Right? 24 hours later.
Which doesn't make sense because I mean you wanted to make a run for the playoffs.
You sound like a buffoon. I don't sound like a buffoon. I thought we wanted to make the playoffs, baby.
So
He
now,
always has to top it up, baby.
wait, so now, no. Answer for your crime. So now you come out and say, I don't care if he plays against Orlando. Are you acknowledging that this health thing and
It's
this
a road game, though. It's a road game. That's why I don't care.
Oh, okay.
It's a home. He needs to get out there for the fans.
You
the
never
people.
said that yesterday.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I didn't have a problem
find
with
it.
him sitting
Find
against
it.
Atlanta.
Find it. You find it. Don't put Marcos through. We know what you
I got
said.
a show to do.
Everyone is sitting here for the show.
I got a show to do. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, if Marcos wants to spend time to go find it, he can go find it. But, I know what I said.
It ain't number 3 seconds before
I
the
know what
last
I
crap
said.
you said.
I know what I said.
Oh,
We've given him new life into soccer. Okay. This guy was miserable in Paris.
That's
All right.
insulting.
He
That is
hated
actually
PSG.
insulting.
He admitted it. He's on the record. Okay. So we really reinvigorated him. And now all of a sudden he wants to take this big break all of a sudden.
big break.
Invigorated him.
Where would he be without us?
That is
That's
ridiculous.
Dude, don't just stop. You laugh, but that's why you got a headache.
Good
Your
thing I
brain
got
is like,
extra.
we can no longer continue to do this. We are on strike. That's why you got the headache.
I don't have a headache because of my takes.
You
I
should.
don't.
What you do?
You should.
I was so scared when he went out yesterday.
like, oh no.
Why did you put him out there, Tata?
This guy is like soccer Jesus. I don't know what you want.
Apparently, he's already rested on the third day.
Jesus Christ. Listen.
Which later on you were corrected on it too.
No, you were corrected. You couldn't even get Jesus right.
My bad. A little rusty.
Dude, me too. Dude. Oh my goodness.
I am sweating.
Wait, let's not forget. Yesterday was
lying will make you sweat.
And then you tricked me yesterday. We got what's his name? Steve
oh yeah.
What's the guy we had in?
Steve Lorenz?
Steve Lorenz, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice guy or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Soon as he gets up. I didn't want to tell you.
I didn't want to tell you.
That's who they traded for Duclair.
Yeah, that was a
That's
good
what
move.
betrayal felt like in that second. He was defeated. You took the air out of Leroy.
Wow.
Sorry.
Dude, just yesterday.
I didn't want to break it to you.
I know, but yesterday.
He didn't want any prejudgments.
Yesterday. What do you like? Man. You. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you.
Why? What did I do?
What didn't you do? You touched them all.
We're just having fun, baby.
Oh, now we just having fun. You seem quite serious. You were sweating. You were so mad that Messi wasn't
I
playing.
wasn't mad. I was just wondering, like, hey, miss you. He gave me this great.
No,
I did say that.
At no
You don't
point in
crack
time.
someone you
At no
miss.
point in time did you take that approach.
think I
You
did.
were like almost insulted that Messi would take a rest. That's how you did yesterday's show. Insulted that Lionel Messi wanted to take a break because he plays so much soccer.
How much rest do you need? Apparently not enough. I mean, I do need the
Dude,
old.
wait.
Apparently, the old need.
To this point, he's played.
You think?
Wait, to this point,
Mhm.
we still have what, 4 months left?
Yeah.
So in 8 months, he's played 52 games.
Mhm.
That's a lot of soccer, dude. That's not even counting the travel.
Tata says he likes to play. The old love control. Do you know what I was saying like 30 seconds before? Because what happened was Jordi Alba went off first, and I was like, solved.
Like you just like, thank God you didn't put that in the ether, right? I mean, what about the guy that got his face smashed and blood everywhere? Did you?
That was tough. Got to respect him for it.
Like, I've never seen that many guys even faking it that many times in one half.
It was something.
It
dude.
was something.
It was something. But they did win.
You
They did win.
and why did they win? Please, this is gonna put the cherry on top of all of the nonsense that you talked about yesterday's match. Go ahead. Why did they win?
Yeah, sip that Celsius.
Why did they win?
One's for Messi, dude. Trickle down.
I would like to influence you right now, right around your neck. like it's,
What
when you
exactly
sent
did
when
he
you sent
say?
that text out,
Hmm.
I literally just hung up the phone and went to sleep. I was like, okay, I got to get up early. I got some stuff to do. Like, this is
He's
terrible.
fine. It's soccer. Don't be Mark.
Yeah, you said, this is your fault, Tobin. And then I said, he's fine. It's soccer. Don't be a Mark, Leroy. Did his thing. Gave the fans a little sweetener. Take the rest of the night off.
At no point in time did you ever say that yesterday.
Sweetener. That's
Then
all I
Marcos
want.
followed up with no cap.
Of
And
course.
he said that Messi influence.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
Then when you said Messi influence, I about lost my mind.
That's when you took a nice little nap.
Nap. Because I had to get up early.
Anyway,
and dude, you know what? You know what the worst thing about having to get blood work?
What?
Thank God the place is close. Because you got to get up right before you go so you don't pee.
Oh.
Because you got to pee into the cup.
Yeah, for like a
When
lot.
they do, huh?
You need a lot.
I don't know, but I held it this morning.
Hmm.
And I went there and it's supposed to open at 7 and they weren't there. And I'm like outside going,
That's the worst.
oh.
Waddle Baby Waddle says the other team took their foot off the pedal and relaxed once Messi left the game. Exactly, dude.
They've been doing that a lot. They haven't won in the last 15 matches. What are you talking about?
Take a quick break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy. Back with you here on 560 WQAM. Marcos, how are you?
Excellent, sir. How you doing?
I'd be a lot better if we mix it up on here, dude. Let's get to that. Huh?
Ooh, you got it?
Ooh,
Got it? All right.
So many places to start today, right? So I'm gonna start off with a little softball.
Okay.
Start with something little light here. Sweetener. Speaking of a little sweetener, you know how you add sweetener to coffee sometimes, different things you can add to coffee. Leroy comes in here with a cup of coffee and he's like, "Here you go, buddy. This one's for you." Gives you a nice little cute little cup. And I'm like, "Damn, that's really nice of you. You brought me a nice fresh cup of coffee." I open this bad boy up. It's milk. It's just warm milk.
I didn't know. I thought it was in the cup.
Do they?
I don't know.
I drank it either way. You know, I'm appreciative. Shannon Sharpe, newly of First Take, recently had some comments on Giannis and how he could potentially be handicapping the Milwaukee Bucks with a few personnel changes that he is responsible for.
Adrian Griffin, you got a new coach. Hell, he's just getting there. Give him a chance. You gave Mike Budenholzer a chance, and you got your brother occupying 2 roster spots. Are we going to talk about that? You know good and well, Giannis, your brother's probably not going to be playing for any other team in the NBA except Milwaukee, and that's only because of you. So you keep talking about surrounding you with talent. There's 2 spots that's being occupied by your brothers.
Here's what I would say to Shannon Sharpe. Like, I don't, look, that happens. Goran Dragic got his brother on the team. I mean, it's end of the roster. It's the NBA. It's not that big a deal.
You're the reason why I feel like you do now. That end of the bench.
Who cares?
Right.
Who cares? If it makes
to play every now
if it
and
makes
then.
Giannis happy, his brother, and by the way, his brother basically goes in there. He's like bowling a china shop. He pisses everybody off.
Oh my God. He is not playing basketball.
Yeah, and if you don't want to know something, if he goes anywhere else, they're going to take his brothers too. That's just how it's going to go.
He has 5 fouls and no points.
Right. But the one thing that is the place I'd go with Giannis that is interesting with this whole, put my team needs to be committed. I don't really know what else they could do. Like, they just brought, it's not like you could trade whoever you want. It's not like you can make any moves you want.
They got two really good guys.
They just paid Brook Lopez. They paid Chris Middleton a boatload of money. They originally they traded all their assets for Drew Holiday. It worked. You guys won a championship. It's crazy how the Heat broke this guy. They broke Giannis Antetokounmpo's faith in this team.
It's weird also that you're calling the team out that put it together and won a championship. This is not a Dame situation. They're like, yo, we and they're always going to be in the top 1, 2, or 3 in the conference. So what are you talking about?
It's wild, dude.
Right? If we don't win another championship, it's going to be because of you, not because of us.
Yep.
That's what they need to tell him. Because you got the supporting cast.
What else is in the mixed bag, Marcos?
We are going to switch gears to something a little bit more lighthearted, a little fun.
All right.
Now, this is going to come as a shock, though. You guys familiar with Chris Mad Dog Russo, right?
Of course. Talk show legend.
I just want to lose some bets.
Great.
I just want to lose some money.
I just want to win a few. How about you win a few ball games?
So if I had to, if you guys had to quickly guess, how you think he spends his weekends? What do you think he does?
Watching sports.
I feel like he's watching sports with some tea.
Just gathering his takes, probably.
Yeah.
Tea? You think tea?
He's the old love tea.
I think he's angry.
I do not like tea.
You're not Mad Dog Russo's age.
I like tea.
Maybe he does need
And
tea.
spinach too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ruined our selection.
Wow. You ate what you wanted.
All right. So what's going on with Christopher Mad Dog Russo?
So Mad Dog actually was on First Take, and he explained what he does with his weekend, and it is currently making rounds on X. as one of the most shocking responses of the year.
Here's what I'm doing this weekend.
Listen to what he's doing
The missus is away.
Mad Dog.
Visiting my son in Flagstaff, who's coaching Northern Arizona. I told you basketball. So this is away. Be lousy weather, right?
It's gonna be lousy in AZ.
No, it's gonna be lousy here.
Here,
rain.
yeah.
So I can't get my golf or tennis in. You know, my little tennis shirt.
Yeah.
So I am going to. I'll get a run in. I'll take the 2 dogs, Bo and Riley, for a walk. At about 12 o'clock, I'll sit down. I'll make an early cocktail. Cut a gummy in half.
What's
a gummy? A gummy. I'll cut a gummy in half. Keep listening. I'll cut a gummy in half. We got Florida State Clemson. I like the Florida State quarterback. I'll do something there. At about 3:25, when I'm sauced, I'm not driving in the house, 3:25, I'll put the call in to Fat Rob, 718-504. I'll put the call in to Fat Rob. Rob, you know what? What the hell? I can't root for Oregon. All right, I'll pretend on TV. Put 10 dimes on Colorado. It's probably Colorado and Deion. That's win the game. So by 3:25, I'll be sitting down with my shorts, little T-shirt, cocktail. I'll have the other half a gummy.
Oh, you save it for later?
I'll have half.
I thought you were just rationing it.
You go swing the tennis racket while you're doing that? You go back swinging the tennis racket.
Work on my golf swing.
Wow. Hey, Mad Dog's getting loose and gambling.
Wait, the only thing that he didn't do was say he was going to be butt-ass naked. Because he covered everything else, right? He admitted to everything else. Wow.
What a good
weekend. Have a gummy. And look, they all act shocked.
For later.
Y'all knew what the hell he was talking about. Stop all of a sudden that shot, Stephen A. The what? The what? Half of what? Just like, wait.
I mean,
they know.
He does tell people to stay off the weed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he probably knows.
Right, he knows what that is.
His co-host, man.
But wait, is that technically the weed or is that just the CBD?
I don't know.
Right. Depends on how hard Mad Dog parties. I mean, he's having a
but
cocktail
wait,
at noon.
a cocktail at noon.
Yeah,
Wait, no, I'll say this. When I get home from golf, I get me a sandwich, right? If I don't pick something up, sit in front of my TV, right? And I'll get a apple orchard, drink it. Those things are so good.
Crisp.
The tropical one. Tropical. Tastes like fruit punch. It's so good. Have one. That's it. One for the whole day. Now, when the Dolphins played on Sunday night, I broke my cooler.
What?
My Yeti cooler.
How?
The zipper. The zipper. But it's like it's 7 years old. So it's time to get a new one. So it'll be here tomorrow. And I can pick up where I left off.
All right.
Right?
Right in time for the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I get that. Like the Dolphins, though, the Browns almost had me dehydrating because I was sitting in that jacuzzi so just frustrated and mad and upset. I didn't realize that I had maybe sat in there too long. And then I got up and I was seeing spots.
What else is in the mixed bag, Marcos?
All right, guys. We've been lighthearted. Now we're going to get to someone who happens to be a bit of a curmudgeon. Dame Lillard.
What
is the topic?
See
what I did there?
The topic. He ain't a curmudgeon.
Swerve.
Indeed. But as happy as we are about any sort of update we may get down here, there is one person in particular who isn't buying it and goes as far as slandering the name of South Florida sports buzz, Barry Jackson. This is Trysta Krick. This is what she had to say about the Dame Lillard situation.
This is the shining light of desperation and nasty work. Damian Lillard is expected to request a trade to the Miami Heat if he gets traded to another team at Florida Sports Buzz. I'm guessing that's Barry Jackson. Let's click and see. There he is. Good old Barry Jackson doing the Lord's work, doing Pat Riley's water carrying. Barry, you're desperate, okay? You have nothing without Damian Lillard, and you know it. We don't want any of these raspy-ass picks out into 2020-70, and we don't want Tyler Heroes. Stop saying Damian Lillard's going to ask for a trade to the Heat if he goes to Oklahoma City. Stop saying he's going to ask to go to the Heat if he goes to San Antonio or Utah or New York or somewhere else. Stop doing it. And no longer Adrian Wojnarowski, who's the biggest shill of the NBA. We've got Barry Jackson. And, of course, on the other side, carrying Dame's water some more, we've got Aaron. All I do is talk to Dame's agent, Fentress. You guys are pathetic.
Jesus.
Can I give her a -1?
Trista.
Wow.
Lash
So-
out, dude.
Dude, lash
There's a few things.
out.
-1.
2020-70.
20. Yeah, let's hear that one more time.
2020-70.
Just that part there. I think it was 20.
We don't want any of these raspy-ass picks out into 2020-70.
I will agree with her. If the pick was 2020-70, it would be a raspy
That
ass
is a
pick.
raspy ass
Yeah.
pick. Yeah.
But I don't think that's how that works. I think that I think that I think the pick would be a lot quicker than that.
Yeah.
Probably next year's pick.
Yeah.
So the other thing is that I heard that she was mad at Dame because he said under no circumstance would he have gone to the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she is she I think is from Portland. I think that Trista is from Portland. If you guys don't know Trista, she does weekends on WFAN, but she does BetQL. She's BetQL's night host. I've been on her show actually a couple times because I do tapped out for BetQL. But she has been.
They don't ask you for your gambling advice.
In fighting they do. You know I take the fighting differently.
Hey,
I'll take his gambling
can I
advice.
just say this? I'm gonna say this, and sometimes I'm offended, and sometimes I'm pissed off. But when we go to fighting stuff, he armbars me like a kid. Calm down, right? Like we're in his arena now. Everybody loves him. He goes back and forth with these bodies. And me, look, he's asking serious questions. And me and Keith Thurman are just dapping each other up.
Oh, I love Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
Scrambling again. Here's what I would say for Trista, though. This is the thing that I'm confused about with her. And I get it. She doesn't want Dame to go to the Heat. I mean,
Somebody said it sounded like there may have been some alcohol involved.
maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. But like the thing I don't understand with her big insult at Barry, where she calls Barry a water carrier. What is Barry saying that's not known? Damian Lillard, we all know. He's on the record saying I have a trade request. We know who that trade request is to. Everybody knows where he wants to go. I don't really understand Barry Jackson reiterating if he were to be traded somewhere else, he wants to get traded to Miami. I don't understand how that's water carrying. Water carrying for me, for a reporter, and why Woj got so much heat was, the Blazers are they feel like they have the upper hand. The Blazers, they don't think Miami's package is enough. That to me is water. When you're trying to up negotiations of things, if Barry were to be out there and be like, well, the Heat really don't even want to part with Tyler Hero because they feel like he could projected to be Damian Lillard, and you're trying to fluff up assets, that to me is water carrying. Or you're trying to shoot down a package. That to me is like, oh, you could be accused of doing the bidding of somebody else. We all know that Damian Lillard wants to be in Miami. It's not a secret. So I don't really understand Trista's outrage here. I get it. You don't want him to come to the Miami Heat. I don't really understand getting after Barry or anybody here who's saying the most obvious thing, which is Damian Lillard wants to be traded to the Miami Heat. And you bet your ass, Trista, if he were to be traded to San Antonio or he were to be traded to Oklahoma City, yeah, he's probably going to ask for another trade to the Miami Heat. Maybe not immediately, but probably in the midst of the season, and bet your ass by the end of it, he doesn't want to be there. So it's cool. I mean, you could throw names at certain people, and this has certainly been a very obvious thing of Dame's side, Portland's side on this. But you could be, I don't know how the most ardent Blazers fan can't look at this situation and say, our organization lied to Damian Lillard. You lied to him. And you can say, I mean, if you truly feel Damian Lillard, who's definitely given you way less joy than Joe Cronin has, I can't imagine that you can't see the circumstance and be like, oh, Damian Lillard, I averaged 32 last year. I'd like in the waning years of my prime to have a chance to win a championship. Oh, you guys drafted Scoot Henderson.
Here's the problem.
And I should be banished to whatever team you deem. I mean, look, if you think that, you think that. I don't think you think like most fans, and I don't think that a guy could you imagine at the end of Dwayne Wade in his breakup with the Heat was heartbreaking, but at least he got to go to Chicago, his hometown. Could you imagine if the Heat sent him to Oklahoma City? Like, do you think that bridge? We're lucky that they were able to bury the hatchet over what happened. But could you imagine if they did something so disrespectful to him that it would ever be fixed? No. But I don't really understand the water carrying insult here. Barry knows, we all know, Damian Lillard wants to be in Miami. What's the surprise of him saying that if he were to be traded somewhere other than Miami, he's going to ask for another trade to Miami?
I think this happens throughout, not just life, but sports, especially sports, that reporters back, if you go way back, were not allowed to have it personal or to give, or to make situations like this personal.
Mm-hmm.
That means you don't root for a team, you just report, the information.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, and just as an aside, there's nobody who grinds locally more than that dude. Right. He's going from damn Dolphins practice to Canes to Marlins to Heat. This dude covers everything down here.
Right. Exactly.
And, it has the only guy I think who exhausts Mike McDaniel with his questions about injuries and all this stuff. Barry Jackson, you think he's water carrying for Pat? What does he have to? He's been a reporter for 30 plus years down here.
But don't they all do it? Don't they all have somebody that they?
But I would say if you are an NBA guy, only an NBA guy, wouldn't you be more reliant? And the other thing is, dude, Pat Riley doesn't need anybody PR spinning for him. He's Pat Riley.
He did tell another GM to shut the bleep up.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you think he needs to tell he could have very well told Barry to say that. No. I just think that we've gotten to a point in sports where the people who report about it, talk about it, or whatever, have made it more personal to them. Right? And it never used to be that way.
Right.
It used to be the people that report about sports were reporting sports, not their feelings. In fact, when I was playing, it was unheard of to hear who you were a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a show on ESPN that you call Jet Up.
Jet Up.
Right? Like, things have changed. So I think when you have a situation like this, if she had always been this way, but we all tend to make it personal now, that there's probably something behind that.
It is personal. They lied to Damian Lillard.
I'm talking about for her.
But, why is that ignored here? It's weird to me, man.
It's just weird that of all the guys that you choose to make a stand with, not KD.
You want to stand with Cronin?
Wait, not KD, not Kyrie, not James Harden.
No.
Not when what's his name left Denver and then went to Melo left Denver and went to New York.
Anthony Davis.
Not Anthony Davis, where he faked an injury. Not Kawhi.
Nope.
Right? All those guys. No, we choose to make a bigger stink about the guy who has been the most humble in all these situations. Like, that's where your emotions should take a side when you sit back and say, we can't be on this guy. I mean, if we weren't on all the other guys who refused to play, who didn't do this, who didn't do that, who were made of stink or whatever. That's the problem I have with the whole Dame Lillard thing. Is that now it's a problem, NBA?
Right.
Now it's a problem,
now
reporters. Now you have something to say about this situation?
Yeah, go after Adam Silver being a huge phony where he's like, oh, I don't like it. Since when, dude? Like, you don't want to.
Will we be talking about Portland right now?
You want to know what the number one topic on NBA Today was yesterday? Giannis's comments. He's under contract. He hasn't requested a trade, and they're just talking about it. Well, what if he leaves? Our team's going to pull out of Damian Lillard because they're after Giannis. And then there's going to be all these other. What if Joel? That's all NBA TV talks about. And to act as a commissioner like you're offended by it, please take a break. Back after this. I just pulled a Leroy. Thank God it wasn't on camera.
I saw you rubbing your eye.
I just smacked myself in the head with these headphones.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I've had a rough day on my head.
Concussion
though.
protocol.
I do feel better though, JFig. Thank you for the Tylenol.
You're welcome.
I do feel better. But that was embarrassing. I just smacked myself in the orbital bone.
I saw you like rubbing your eye. Yikes.
Oh man, let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Thank you, Jfig. Last night, the Banks.
Yeah.
Winners over Toronto 4-0.
Never doubted.
Never doubted them, dude. Got out there, got a win. They take on Orlando on Sunday. Thursday night football tonight. San Francisco 49ers hosting the New York Giants. San Francisco is a 10.5-point favorite. Saquon banged up with that ankle. 49ers, of course, off to a 2-0 start. Giants this past weekend had a huge comeback win against the Arizona Cardinals, who quite obviously are tanking.
Questionable comeback.
Very questionable comeback, dude. I mean, like, come on. I don't know what's going on there.
It's a rookie move.
For the Dolphins, they, of course, are back on the practice field and getting ready for the Denver Broncos. Miami is a 6.5-point favorite for their home opener. Tua did give us the Goosies. We played that last hour. If you guys missed it, you can use the Odyssey app and rewind on the YouTube page. But also, we got some health updates from two big figures who were out. Jaelan Phillips yesterday speaking to reporters. He missed the last game with a back injury, and here was the Dolphins pass rusher on his health.
Well, first of all, I feel great. I mean, stuff happens. Just moved weird, and my back kind of spasmed on me. So, spent the 48 hours after it happened doing everything I could to get right for the game. And, frankly, I felt pretty good to go. But, obviously, it's a long season. I got to play everything smart. So, I think ultimately, get my back some rest. Now I'm feeling great, feeling healthy, ready to go.
There you go. So it sounds like we are going to get Jaelan Phillips back for this game.
Nice.
He was limited in practice yesterday, but I think yesterday's I don't even think they were pads yesterday. I mean, I might be wrong, but I don't think on the first day of practice. Today, I think is a pad day. And then Terron Armstead, he also gave us an update on his health. He's, of course, trying to gear himself up to get back out there. And here's a little bit on where he stands with his injuries.
That's definitely always the telling. That's the way to tell for sure that the day after, try to keep any type of swelling or aches, you know what I mean? I'll be back out there tomorrow. Full pass, ready to roll.
So the injury report has you with the ankle and the back of the knee. The back of the knee just injury from last year. There's another
Yeah, that's just the stuff that I told them about. Yeah.
There's more?
No, we're good.
How optimistic are you about playing Sunday?
We're working. Feel good about tomorrow for sure. Like I said, I'll be full pass tomorrow. Go and get more reps. Eyes on Sunday.
Wow. All right. Listen, that's a good sign too. That's a good sign too. And you know what? It's a good problem to have with the Dolphins right now with their offensive line. You get him back. You have Kendall Lamb has been off to a nice start. And I mean, he's probably not happy that he'll probably be, on the bench now, I would imagine. But
he did his job, man.
Did his job. He did a great job. And you might listen. We're not ruling out, it's funny and it's not funny to argue, to joke when you're Terron Armstead and you're like, yeah, it's just the stuff I tell him about.
Yeah.
Because you're like, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
There's more?
What?
There's more, Terron?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by nah, don't worry. I'm just kidding.
Nah.
The old funny bone.
Okay. Real funny.
I like a jokey joke as much as the next guy, but Terron Armstead and his health, I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think about this week? You think this is a week? I feel like they can take this week off. For the Broncos, am I overlooking the Broncos? I just feel like
no, I don't think you're overlooking the Broncos. I don't think the Broncos are very good. I think that they they're in the first year with having Sean Payton, who I think probably knew he didn't have that great a team because he hosed down everybody when he got there. I mean, we hosed down a former coach like he did to Nathaniel Hackett, and I'm not saying he's wrong or right. We just don't hear a coach do that.
Yeah,
and it kind of sounds like to me somebody who wasn't that pleased with the roster that he was handed. Now he was handed a big fat check, so you kind of got to deal with it if you're Sean Payton. But dude, they lost to the Raiders, and the Raiders got smacked around by the Buffalo Bills. I mean, like that was embarrassing with the Raiders, what performance they performed. And they lost to that team, Marcos. Lost to them, dude.
Yeah.
And then this past week, you coughed up a lead to the Commanders. So, we could look around the league. We could talk about teams off to rough starts and pathetic performances. It doesn't get much worse than what the Broncos have put forth. And yeah, everyone's wondering about Russell Wilson, if he's cooked, if he's done. I don't know. But I do think that the Dolphins probably look at this, and they had the performance they put forth last week against Mac Jones. They put a lot of heat on him. Von Ginks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Von Ginks.
Such a good game.
Dude, can you get this? I know I didn't ask you for it, but can you get Jaelan Phillips on Von Ginkel? Because, you want to talk about an endorsement, because he comes in there, AVG, for Jaelan Phillips. Who's a giant? And he's basically talking about, first of all, this just nose for the football that he does have, that he's got this just ability and knack to make plays all over the place. And I was listening to this, and it quite frankly was goosies, because how can you not be? This guy was I think he was almost going to go to the Patriots this offseason.
Yeah.
And Fangs was just talking about this report. He's like, yeah, I reached out to him. I knew that I could use Fang. You listen, that's what Fangs does. Fang spots talent. And Fangs is like, I can use that Viking. I could use that gorgeous hair getting after quarterbacks. And to hear what Jaelan Phillips was saying about him, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
He's good.
And everyone else is noticing it too. I heard Jevon Holland on the Jevon Holland show with Hockman and Crowder on Tuesdays. And Hockman gave him 4 different things that he can talk about in regards to the game. And one of them being Van Ginkel's performance. And that was the first thing Jevon Holland wanted to talk about. Like, everyone's speaking glowingly of him. It's not just something that us as homers are seeing. His teammates are seeing it too.
Boy, snap, man. I've known Gink as a playmaker. He's one of the sneakiest, most sneaky athletic people I've ever met. He's very unassuming, but he's really a playmaker, bro. All around the ball, flying around, making plays, rushing his ass off. He did a great job, really good job.
You know what happens when you're saying sneaky athletic?
Yeah.
Tangibles.
That is it. That is the definition right there.
He really pulled one last Sunday.
He was awesome. I honestly probably should have had another. I thought that one that they gave the incomplete pass to Mac Jones, I thought that was Bobley, but I thought he should have had a sack fumble on that.
Yep. Absolutely.
That rule's kind of stupid if you think about it. Look, this guy wrecks a quarterback, and because his arm is pointing forward, but it barely gets out of his hand, it's an incomplete pass. That's a stupid thing in football. If you wreck shop like that, you should get a sack. And all the time they're like, oh, his arm was barely going forward. Incomplete pass. Huh? So the quarterback basically gets mauled. He gets used like a chew toy by Von Ginkel. And they're like, oh, but his arm was in the motion. He had control of the football. He did. He didn't look like he had a lot of control of that football.
Isn't that the Brady Tuck rule?
It is, but this was even it looked worse than even that, because if he was thrown like a crash dummy. That's basically how Von Ginkel used him. Yeah, the Tuck rule was also a travesty. Not surprising. The Patriots dynasty built off Bowl Bleep.
Shocker.
But yeah, man, Von Ginks. Now, Fangs.
Ooh,
big one coming up for him.
Yeah, man.
We'll tell you why next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Leroy had to bounce today, by the way, everybody. He'll be back tomorrow.
I miss him already.
I miss him too. Although he seemed pretty done with me today.
Yeah. No, yesterday. Yesterday he
I think
had
you pushed
you.
him to the edge yesterday and today.
Yeah, I think it's like a carryover. There's no catering.
What did I do?
You know, the
You
messy
did a
thing.
lot.
You're a bit egregious.
Like what?
And now we have to suffer for not being next to Leroy.
True.
I mean, you don't have to put it like that. I mean, I don't know why I have to say you suffer, JFig.
I like having his presence around.
I like having his presence too. That's my guy. But it does seem like he's done with me.
Yeah. It's okay.
You think that's a forever thing, or you think like that he'll get over it?
I think he just needs to
He'll get over
recharge.
it. Yeah.
What else is he gonna do? Spend a couple
He
hours.
needs a couple hours in the jacuzzi
That's exactly
with
what I was thinking.
some berry monkeys, and
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine.
Some sausage. He likes sausage.
Oh,
Just loves it. Football this weekend for him to watch too. It'll be fine, man. He'll be back tomorrow, and he'll be able to chastise you for your takes again.
By the
Monday,
way,
he'll love you all over again.
you guys can come in here and watch the show if you want, if you're fans. We even maybe badgered GuLen into giving us a +1. So if you want to bring a friend,
yeah,
we'll see. But right now, I want you guys to go to WQAM.com, go to the contest page, and enter into our contest because Miami Media School in our show, giving you the chance to watch us in studio and take part of the Goosies, Shenanigans, and Sports Talk. You guys can see how this whole hamster wheel of chaos works. All right. So you go to WQM.com, enter on the contest page, and we'll pick a winner to come watch the show in person. And Miami Media School, you can gain the skills, advantages, and insights you need to become a sports broadcaster. Visit beonair.com for more information. Plus, swag bag.
Whoa.
I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen, like what's in the swag bag.
Me too.
I'm gonna ask GuLen after the show and see what we can add.
Wow.
So this is a big one for Vic Fangio. Classic revenge game, dude. Classic revenge game.
Wow.
Against the organization that fired him.
That's right.
And Vic Fangio, old fangs, wise man. We knew he was going to get it fixed in 1 week. You know what they say.
What do they say?
You can get fangs once. You won't get them twice.
Wow.
All right.
Do they say that?
Who says that?
People.
Okay.
People say that. Fool fangs once. Shame on fangs. Fool fangs twice. Never going to happen, dude.
A lot of people talking about fangs.
People say that.
Yeah.
And so Vic Fangio, he's asked about the idea, is this a revenge game? And he's like, look, dude, it's a juicy storyline, but it's not as effective as you think. And you know what I love about that? That's eyes on the prize. That's not getting shook by any storylines but let's be real about it, okay? Fangs has talked about this. He feels he kind of got a raw deal. Don't be a coach in COVID, I think is what he said. And doesn't feel like he got to get his best foot forward with the Broncos.
Okay.
Never really had a QB. Who did he have? Paxton Lynch.
Oh, great. Where's he?
I think he was in the XFL.
Is he? Yeah, that's right.
So Drew Lock, is that who they're throwing out there with old fangs?
Wonderful.
But you know about that defense.
Defense was
Scary.
good.
Scary, dude. All right. So Vic Fangio is probably thinking to himself, I see what it is. You're going to give old Sean Payton all the resources you didn't give old fangs. I get it.
Wow.
So you know what that means?
What's that?
Someone's got to pay. And that person is Sean Payton. Ironically, Bountygate is about to swing back on you, Sean. Damn. All right. You're going to want Kevin James on the sidelines as a stunt double for what Fangs has coming for you. It's the facts.
Wow.
It's the facts, dude. Because Russell Wilson, if you thought he looked bad the first 2 weeks, those were against lousy-ass teams. What do you think this defense is going to do to him? Huh?
Which I don't know if he actually was that bad those first 2 weeks.
Oh,
I just feel like
he was bad.
is.
He was
he?
bad. He was bad. He was
Okay.
bad.
I mean, it says
He did have that Hail Mary at the end.
Yeah, and you know what? This is so Russell Wilson. This is a Russell Wilson stat here. Through the first 2 weeks, he is arguably the best quarterback in the first half. 85% completion, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 149.3 passer rating, and none of it matters because in the second half,
is that what the actual stats say?
I think so. It's THPPPPPT.
Wow.
Yep. Look at that.
The only thing the Dolphins have to worry about right now, seemingly, is the health of Jaylen Waddle, who is in concussion protocol. This was Tua on if he's got to go out this weekend without the Penguin.
It's tough when you don't have, two of your top guys in Waddle, and if we weren't to have Tyreek on any given Sunday. But, I would say the rest of the guys in that room, they're ready to step up. They're ready to play. Doesn't change how I prepare. I was going to be funny. I was going to say I might as well stay home if they don't play. But, yeah, I think the guys in their room, they're ready to step up. And whatever cards you're dealt with, you got to go out there and play any given Sunday. Those guys on the other side don't care about who's playing or not. They just want to do anything they can to help their team win.
He's just so confident in everything right now.
Yeah.
It is like he's slinging jokes out there. Look, I don't want to have a game without Jaylen Waddle. I love Jaylen Waddle. He does the coolest thing on the team, which is be really fast, has the best touchdown dance.
Yep.
I love Jaylen Waddle. We haven't gotten to Waddle yet.
Just waiting for it.
Just waiting for it. But the one thing I will say with this Dolphins team that's been probably their most impressive quality so far is you think about the absences that they've dealt with no Terron Armstead. Line has been awesome. No Jaelan Phillips. I mean, Andrew Von Ginkel was a monster.
Yeah.
So they really haven't felt those star injuries. The only one you can kind of feel coming on, and it's tough that Leroy's not here for this. We got our first dose of Eli Apple last week. Not having Jalen Ramsey was creeping up. It didn't kill the Dolphins, but man, and it wasn't even the fact that he got burned.
Yeah.
He was whiffing on some easy ass tackles.
Really was.
And Devontae Parker looked like a stud against him.
Yeah.
That was the only thing where I was just like,
is he on notice? Would you consider him on notice?
I can't say that he's on notice yet, Marcos.
Yeah.
It's too soon to say he's on notice because if I had to, make a holy trinity, an unholy trinity of bums from last game,
Okay.
I would go Connor Williams, Jason Sanders, then Eli Apple.
Nice.
That would be my rank of concern. Because the snapping thing has me really on edge because it can sneak up at any time. And it really, I don't know how they get it fixed. I don't know what they got to do to get it fixed. Jason Sanders, this has been a thing now for 2 years. I mean, we know he lines up more than 50 yards. You basically got no shot.
Yeah.
You got no shot. Like if you need a real money kick, a little bit of range on it, he's going to screw the pooch. He is.
So, okay, I heard something that we're not going to move on from him because he's still good on kickoffs. He's still good on extra points. But I think he missed an extra point this year, if I'm not mistaken, a very crucial one. And on top of that, like
a very crucial one.
We could have lost that game very easily because
we could have lost that game because of him.
This is 2 times. You said these are going to cost us a loss.
I'm very worried that like Eli Apple getting roasty toasted. It's inevitably going to happen. He's going to get burnt on something. And yeah, that could hurt. But that is what it is. Like you lose a Jalen Ramsey, it's the best you can do. I mean, unless you're thinking here that the young guy Cam Smith goes out there and he's going to be awesome. But I think they're slowly bringing these rookies along. Devon A-Chain probably going to get a lot of action this week because it looks like Ahmed's a little bit banged up. We know Mostert's the starter, but like I think we saw that little taste of A-Chain. I do think though, Eli Apple's Eli Apple. He is what he is, which is fine, experienced, but man, that was the only fast drive that the Patriots got going last game was all because of Eli Apple, either his penalties or getting toasted. So definitely have to be a concern there, but I can't put it ahead of Jason Sanders, who has missed an extra point, had a kick blocked, and missed a kick. You can't trust him. You can't. We're sitting here, and it's just like, let me ask you this, JFig. When Jason Sanders lines up, do you think he's going to make it?
I cross my fingers.
You cross your fingers. So you don't have no hope, but you're basically putting some, you have to put something
I find hope.
Karmic into the karmic energy out there for it to go through.
Yeah, I find hope.
Yeah. Did I use that wrong?
I think you did. No. I meant wow, as in like it's amazing that she's able to find
something.
Yeah.
Marcos, do you when Jason Sanders lines up for a kick?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to make it?
I actually don't even watch the television because
Really? You look down.
I'm positive he's gonna miss. I'm focusing on what can we do from here because I know he's gonna miss. What's next?
So it's like
I
one
watch
of
it like this.
you're like you're just like if we go into next game,
yeah,
and the Dolphins are in any range that's like 45 yards or more for a field goal.
Oh,
do you think that Mike McDaniel should just go for it, even if it's 4th and 10?
Oh, absolutely. 4th and 10. Yeah, okay. Anything more than 40 yards, even less than 40 yards, dude. I can't trust him. I don't
trust him
Our
either.
faith is shaking at this point.
I really can't trust him
Like
at
you
all.
said, it's been 2 years.
Text,
he was so good.
Text says, I start shaking every time he attempts a kick.
Yeah.
RVA Richie, cross my fingers and close my eyes.
That's basically how I am.
Gene, definitely not confident.
Yeah. And like maybe I'm not gonna be like Justin Tucker, like, oh, he's definitely gonna make this. But at least like, have me up there like maybe he will, maybe he won't. I have no faith in
No faith.
No faith.
I don't have any faith. And I think that's the thing is like with Connor Williams, it sneaks up on you whenever. And that's what's really annoying. Like I can mentally prepare myself a little bit for I know he's gonna miss this. And then when he doesn't miss it, pleasant surprise. We actually got 3 points. But most of the time, I'm thinking to myself, don't blow this.
Yeah.
Don't blow this. It's unfortunate. I don't want to feel that way, but it just is.
Yeah. Any bit of pressure. And there's people out there who look at his percentages and say that, in the second quarter, when you're up by 10, he'll hit a 37-yarder.
Oh, yeah.
But in the
37 is his sweet spot.
Ooh, he'll hit a 37.
37 to 38. That's his playtime. If you need that, Sanders is your guy.
Yeah. Quarters 1 through 3, though. Fourth quarter, not so sure.
Omar,
all of a sudden, not so sure.
Omar Castro says, I close my eyes and tell my daughter to tell me what happens.
Yeah, I really don't blame any of you guys.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
Kenson, I mute the TV, leave the room when he lines up to kick.
Right? It's not only us, man. Everyone is
Everybody. It's giving Dolphin fans angst. And look, certainly better than I guess Tua having to run for his life because his offensive line is crappy.
Yeah.
If we have to pick problems, a shaky kicker, I guess, is one of the better ones to have because you feel good that you have a ballsy coach. You have a defense that you have an offense that will convert on some big chunk yardage. But it would be nice just to kind of like have money in the bank when your kicker lines up and you just don't.
Yeah, Omar writes, stats show that Sanders is actually the best kicker we've ever had. Now I know he had a streak where his stats may be good, but it's Olindo Omar, dude. It is Olindo Omar.
You can listen. You could tell me what the stats say. That's fine. Never been less confident in a kicker.
Never.
Like maybe like Dan Carpenter's last year.
Oh yeah,
when he really started losing it.
Cody Parkey.
Oh yeah,
that was rough. That was rough. He won us a game because he went to Cleveland, I think, or something like that. Missed a kick. That's how bad he was. He went to another team and it continued. It really is, though. I think it's a mental thing because I think he has the ability to do so. I think he's one of the most talented kickers, like ability wise, but he has such a mental block that it's done, dude. It's done. It's downhill. Trade him. Is that possible?
Ray Sosa says that at least Connor Williams is a good blocker.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
he is a good blocker. That's what. That's I'm sure if he wasn't a good blocker, he'd probably lose his job by now.
They got
and the other thing is the guy behind him is Eichenberg, so that'll always help your job security.
Ugh.
Play a little Goosies, no Goosies coming up next. Yikes. That rain is coming down hard outside the studio right now.
Yeah, the building is so dark now.
I didn't even
Did
see.
everybody leave?
I'm not sure. I
Oh my
haven't walked
God.
over there.
Is there a hurricane and we're just like talking through sports right now? Just going
I'm
through.
telling you, it's been like that for almost a whole week already.
It has been. There's a low pressure system in the Gulf of Mexico that global warming and
You know what made me feel better?
Heard.
Playing the guy saying Goosies again.
Oh, he's good at it too.
He is good.
Goosies.
Wow.
That guy. Hey, that guy.
That guy's good.
He's good.
I think his name is Earl.
Really? Seems like an Earl, actually.
He does seem like an Earl. Earl, what you got going over there?
Yeah, like if you told me his name was
Really? I don't see him as an
You don't see it? What do you see him as a butch?
Butch.
Play it again.
Butch.
Goosies.
Yeah.
Not a butch.
Well, what do you got?
Butch, yeah.
What do you got?
I mean, that'd be a tough name or something like that. Rex. Think he's a
Rex.
Rex. Rex, can you do this for me?
Goosies.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Can we get the outtake?
Oh, that was even somehow he was able to top himself with not even knowing that this was probably my favorite take.
Goosies. 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 Goosey. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Yes, puberty hit in the middle of that word.
Oh my God.
That's good.
He's a delight. He's a delight. Thank you for that, Earl. Marcos, what do we got today for Goosies No Goosies?
Goosies or no Goosies? Today we are starting off with the guy who gave us Goosies galore earlier, Tua.
Love him.
He recently had statements as he was addressing the media about how his O-line has been performing. This is what the star quarterback had to say.
Well, I think that should tell you all you should know with the guys we have up front. There's been a lot of naysayers, and I know our guys in the O-line room hear what everyone's saying as well. So that's a way that they're able to shut the haters up, basically. And to me, it's nothing new. Like, those guys been working their butts off this entire offseason. OTAs, training camp, they've been working their butts off. So this is nothing surprising to me. And I think that's what entails it, is just the work ethic that they put in, day out with their coach, Butch. And, guys are buying into new techniques, new fundamentals with, how they're getting off the ball and different things. So, having Tyreek and Waddle, having fast guys also help me get the ball out quicker to be able to distribute that and throw off timing for the rushers as well. So I think that's been a big key to that as well.
I'll tell you why that's Goosies. Okay. I'll tell you why that's Goosies.
Goosies.
It's not just the fact that he's defending his guys, but you know how Tua likes to claim JFig, like, oh, I don't hear any of the noise. I don't hear anything that anybody says.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's like, but I hear what you say about my O-line. I hear what you say about my O-line.
Tua keeps receipts, man.
That's right, dude.
Tua keeps receipts.
I like the confidence. I like the petty.
Yeah.
I just love it all. That's Goosies.
That's Goosies right there, dude.
Nice.
Goosies. Goosies, NFL style.
Goosies.
Marcos, does that give you the Goosies?
Absolute clean sweep, man. Love this guy.
Goosies.
What's number 2, Marcos?
Number 2, you heard from Trysta Krick earlier, who was trying to keep anyone from joining the Miami Heat. She's going to have to work double time.
Calling Barry Jackson a water carrier for Pat Riley.
How could she?
How dare you?
Austin,
if anybody's carrying water for Pat Riley, it's me.
I wish.
dude.
I actually literally wish Pat Riley was like, can you hold this water for me? I literally wish he said that to me.
If anybody is carrying water for Pat Riley, it's old Tobes. All right, Trysta? Don't you ever say Barry Jackson carries water for Pat Riley before you say that Tobin's carrying water for Pat Riley. I'll carry his water right now. I will be Pat Riley's camel. Okay. Let me tell you something right now, Trysta. What? Don't you ever talk about Barry Jackson in those terms again, all right? The only person who's got Pat Riley's agua This guy right here, Brendan
H2O.
Tobin.
Nice. Camel though, you could have been like a Stanley Cup or something.
I will be a Stanley Cup for Pat Riley. I'll be a canteen. I'll put Pat Riley's water wherever he wants, dude.
In a little martini glass.
I'll drink Pat Riley's bathwater.
Okay, no, okay, hold on. What are we even,
What?
I don't think that's what she meant. I don't think that's. Let me just write that down.
What just happened?
I don't think we were supposed to.
You think Barry Jackson can carry water better than me?
Oh,
You give me a crazy straw.
no. What are those loop-de-loop ones?
A little umbrella.
That's okay.
If Pat Riley wants his water in a martini glass,
Yeah.
you want to shake it or stir, Mr. Godfather?
Okay.
We getting Dame Lillard?
Wow.
You think Barry Jackson's out here carrying Pat Riley's water?
Yeah.
Clearly, you haven't listened to this show, Trysta.
Clearly.
We should give her a -1 for sass and for tone.
It's true.
Point for -1 for sass.
What were we talking about?
Bathwater,
That's
apparently.
okay. I don't think Pat Riley takes baths, by the way. Too manly.
Oh, I disagree.
I think he does.
You think he relaxes in his
Of course.
Godfather state?
And like diamonds.
Bubbles?
Pat Riley
Oh,
loves a soak.
diamonds.
You know, put some cucumbers over his eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
Rose petals, maybe.
Yeah. I think he calls Cronin from the bathtub.
There goes old Tobes there
With
with
one
a
of
bucket.
those old phones.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like some
Fancy.
Epsom salt, Mr. Riley?
Well, I hope he's not listening to this segment, but if he is,
Hey, let me just tell you something. Sources say Pat Riley's not giving up anything more than a second-round pick for Damian Lillard, and the Blazers can kick rocks. Breaking news from water carrier Tobin.
okay.
You think Barry Jackson's going to carry Pat Riley's water? Nah, dude, that's me. I'm going to carry his water wherever he needs it. I'll be his aqueduct, dude.
Wow.
What were we talking about?
I don't know anymore. I don't know if that gave me the goosies or not.
We're talking about a different form of water now. Austin Rivers.
Oh.
Yes. He is telling Bill Simmons that he'd do anything to be on the Miami Heat. Water carrier Tobes. What do you think of that? Goosies or no goosies?
No goosies.
Ooh, tough crowd.
First of all, I feel like
No
earlier in the
goosies.
summer, Austin Rivers was he was carrying water because he was like, oh, Damian Lillard should just be happy and go. He wants to go make $1 million. Now all of a sudden you want to kiss the Heat's ass, huh?
It's bad for the league, is what he said.
By the way, it's got to be a little bit weird for old Pops to be like, you want to play for who?
Oh,
you know, like he'd have spent a lot of time kicking Doc Rivers' ass.
Yep. Different
Anyway.
teams.
No goosies though. Austin Rivers gives me no goosies. If he ends up here, cool. But I'm not like, I'm not going to be doing handstands over it unless Pat Riley tells me to, and I'll carry his water and tell you guys how he's going to break Duncan Robinson's record. Whatever you say, Pat.
You go, boy.
What about you, JFig? You got the goosies for Austin Rivers coming to the Heat?
Maybe if his name was Austin Ocean, I would have the goosies. But no,
Not a fan of rivers, huh?
I'm not a fan of rivers.
I feel that. I'm not a fan of lake swimming.
It's a little scary.
What am I doing here?
It's terrifying.
It's a little
Beaches
scary.
exist, guys.
But we know that you like lakes, Frog Boy.
More of a swamp
More
guy.
like ponds too, right?
Oh, ponds.
Whatever you say, Austin River.
Pond to river. That's a point.
Point for Tobin.
So, you said no goosies, correct?
Yeah, no goosies, dude.
Yeah,
No goosies.
I think
What
it's a
else?
clean sweep.
Yeah.
Number 3, UFC.
Oh.
Announcing. Give me a second.
You want to pass it up to the old water carrier
Oh,
over
yeah.
here?
let me give it this one a shot. Carry the one. Are these letters?
She's sweating.
Jill Przaka. What's this? What is this name here that you?
Yuri Prohashka?
What?
You are what?
That is the name.
Yeah, dude.
Deception.
Wait, dude. There's too many dots above the Yuri Proshaka. Proshakalaka. That's what we call them. That's what we say. And Alex Pereira as UFC 295 co-main events because that's gonna be John Jones versus Stipe, and Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington at UFC 296.
Yeah, finally announced, huh?
Come on, back to back. What do you think?
Man, is Colby Covington going to win the championship of the world?
Wow,
That's crazy.
That's a shocker.
I don't think it is going to be a shocker. I don't know what the odds are right now. I'll go see if I can find that. But dude, that gives me the Goosies. Those are a couple of great main event, great co-main event with Stipe and John Jones. That's Goosies galore, quite frankly. That's a
Goosies galore.
You know, I mean, old Uncle Dana coming in here like what was the thing that Luke Thomas calls him? Fight Santa Claus.
Yeah,
that's a great name for him. He does. He does. Forget all my troubles. Would you like some fights? Yeah, whatever you say, Dana, you rascal.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
What are you paying fighters? Whatever. He's the you're in for Hashka. Excuse me, Mr. Pat, I need a minute. I need to carry water for Dana White.
A lot of water carrying.
Wow.
I got broad shoulders. Don't you worry. But it does give me the Goosies. That's a fun fight. Pereira versus Prohashka.
Yeah.
Good strikers. Good.
Yeah. Once it's said and done, though, I'm only pronouncing one of their names. So one of them has to like retire after this. What was it? Prohashka?
Yuri
Prohashka. Prohashka. Man, I tell you what, dude. The way this is like spelled with all these extra accent marks, I give you credit, bro. I give you credit for
well, listen,
for nailing
he's
it.
been on the scene for a little bit. Don't make it seem like I knew it right off the bat. Takes a little practice.
Yuri.
How do you think I handled Khabib off the bat?
Oh, Nurmagomedov.
Then he got like a whole. Khabib's, let me just tell you, all Nurmagomedovs should be kissing Khabib's ass because now we all know how to say that last name.
That's true, right? You just kind of open the door for the rest of them.
Yep. JFig, you got the Goosies UFC?
No.
Oh, wow.
No Goosies.
Yikes. Not impressed. I get it.
Marcos?
I definitely got the Goosies. I got the special edition Leroy Goosey Giggle.
Goosey, ooh.
Wow. He sounds so tickled.
Oh, man. Give us one more there, Marcos.
Yes. The Pinks. Winning without Messi yesterday. Did I give you Goosies or no Goosies?
You're lucky Leroy's not here for this.
Goosies galore, dude. They just took the influence from Messi. They needed 30 minutes.
Galore.
Goosies galore.
He just spread his goatness all over them.
Wow. Galore.
JFig?
If it wasn't for you yesterday saying all that nonsense for the first, actually for quite possibly 3 to 4 segments, I would say Goosies, but no, it does not give me the
Look at
Goosies.
that. You ruined her Goosies.
You ruined
dude.
the goose.
You ruined the goose.
A lot of feathers in here.
A lot of feathers.
Marcos?
So this is the thing. I have Goosies, but for something different, right? I have Goosies because once Messi decided, I think I'm done. About 60% of that stadium decided, I think I'm done too.
No!
And everyone went to
That's
the
not.
exit.
He's not doing great for our bandwagon. Reputation.
Yeah, for sure. So once Messi's gone, the crowd checked out, and the Pinks responded with 4 goals. So I give them credits, and that one gets Goosies.
I think that's probably why.
Goosies.
I think you probably like understand now that David Beckham did probably call Messi, and Messi's probably like, I'm exhausted. He goes, listen, Lord, we need you out there for a little bit. All these ticket sales. No one's gonna come to a pitch.
Honestly, though, just one half.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Final hour of the show coming on up. Back after this.
Got you.
God is a bombastic, romantic, fantastic lover.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock here on the program. Let's get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck in a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Dolphins, they are getting ready, getting back out there on the practice field as they take on the Denver Broncos this week. Vic Fangio has already dismissed revenge game. I dismiss his dismissal.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Yep.
You know,
the old don't like making it about them sometimes.
This is a revenge game for a couple people.
Hmm?
If I'm not mistaken, we do have a couple. Bradley Chubb, right?
Yep.
They just threw him to the side, said that he wasn't worthy of their time. So I think there's a couple people with Denver in their headlights. And I'm thinking keeping it realistic, 96-3 is the final score.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kings cover.
I don't think we quite get to 100, but there's some history between us.
I really want to see, and it's like it's crazy. It's gotten to this over the last few weeks, but between the Dolphins and the Canes, I really think that the things that have impressed me is just that, man, they just seem both teams to just handle their business. They don't really blink at any kind of adversity, which is really great. Texas A&M really showed you that with the Canes. I mean, like it could have gotten really bad there. It could have gotten ugly. And I think last year probably would have, because it was some similar situations with the mess ups. They've just taken care of business so well this year. And, you know, going up to Temple, which sucks because, you know, Temple, they've been nothing but a pain in the Canes' ass. And I don't mean from a performance standpoint. I mean because you gave us Al Golden.
Yeah.
And God, what a bad era of football. You want to know how bad it was to have Al Golden as head coach?
Yeah, sure.
Big game ops guy, right?
Okay.
Marcos.
Yeah.
People wore ties
to
to Canes games and
Yeah.
tried to like make, this is the thing, because he was the coach of a team down here in this soupy weather.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude tried to coach the team with a white shirt and an orange tie.
He was very hot.
He was so hot. It was so soupy. And quite frankly, I blame Temple.
Yeah, it's their fault.
Temple was sitting here. The guy had quotes of himself all over the board, all over the room, all over the facility. Who said that, you know, a tie is a form of excellence and football purity? Al Golden.
You can't have your own quotes.
You can't have your own quotes up there. And this guy would have his pillars, his quotes, and then would at every turn would just throw up excuse after excuse after excuse. The cloud this, the cloud that, I have on clarity. And meanwhile, the guy just was not a very good football coach. So we have Temple to thank for that. And then on top of it, they went backsies on Manny Diaz.
Look at that.
They went backsies on Manny Diaz, which was a huge mistake. Now, a mistake on our part, too, because Canes fans were actually excited to get Manny Diaz back, because we were like, oh, great, this is going to be a continuance of what Mark Richt had. Big mistake. Big mistake.
They raised the price on him, too.
Oh, yeah. They got, and I mean, I don't know what went into the scheduling of them having to go to Temple. Is this like a make good on that buyout?
Yeah, must be.
Like, do they have to go up to Temple? They're like, we'll give you Manny Diaz back, but you have to come to our building. You owe us a game because we need the U up here in Philly. I can only imagine that's part of the reason as to why. But yeah, this is another game where it's like, I want to see the Canes. All right, first road game of the season. You've gotten to start off friendly confines, couple of easy ones. And then you're really impressed against a ranked team in Texas A&M like they haven't impressed against a ranked team in a while, especially on national television. And now you have another opportunity. Can they continue to carry this? Tyler Van Dyke is balling. He's got a sick-ass offensive line that is mauling people.
Yeah.
Balling and mauling, dude. That's what they're doing.
That's the recipe.
Canes are doing two things, balling and mauling. That's what they're doing, JFig.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
I've heard them say that, actually.
Yeah, I have heard that too.
Mhm.
And so you go out there against these dumbass owls and you try and take care of business against them. even though it's a big spread. Was it 24? 24 was the last I checked. But the thing I have faith in, I think, and I don't think I'm going to look a fool in this, and sometimes college football can get squirrely, but that Temple team's not very good. And I feel like this Canes team can go in there, put up forth another impressive performance, and get themselves really sitting pretty to get into this ACC play.
I like
Get
that.
really sitting pretty going into this conference play and take care of these moments. Shmee the Schmolnick says, treat those Owls like JFig treated Washington. Put them out of their misery.
Yeah.
Would the owl be like the greatest bird of prey that you would ever take out?
No.
Oh, really? What would be top bird? A condor?
Bald eagle.
No, the peacock.
Peacock.
Really?
Yeah.
All the feathers just going.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful, actually.
Show the plume. By the way, speaking of show the plume,
yeah,
Kevin Harlan back on the call this weekend.
Whoa! He loves us,
not
dude.
for Dolphins and Broncos.
He loves us.
He does.
He's not just like, it's not a coincidence.
Do we still have a little of him from week one?
I'm sure we do.
Because that was Goosie's, dude. The way that especially the way he calls a Tyreek Hill touchdown.
So good.
He's good. Love him.
Ojikoma is in the backfield. And they go to the end zone and caught. Hill, touchdown! Touchdown! The Dolphins have recaptured the lead.
Oh,
Goosies.
Just a couple of good voices there.
Some pipes right there, dude. I want to get back into what Tua said about this championship thing. We got to take a break. 305-567-0560 if you guys want to get on board. But there's fallout from his quote that I want to get into.
What?
Yeah. Well, fallout's the wrong word. What are the ramifications of his quote where he's talking about the city of Miami waiting for a championship and what that could mean for him? Get to that next.
Mount up. It was a clear black night.
Welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy. Hey, football season is back, and so is our Dave & Buster's gift card giveaway. We've got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave & Buster's to watch some college football, NFL, and more. Enter. Go online to the WQM contest page and submit your entry. If you win, you can go to Dave & Buster's with your gift card, watch all your favorite teams, play some games, all on us and Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Marcos, get this replay off, dude. I don't want to watch the Marlins lose to the Mets.
Oh, my God.
What are you doing, dude?
I apologize. Let me get it off.
Fix it, dude. Right now, let's get an update on that. Let me take a look at the old standings where we stand with the wild card going into this off day for the Fish.
Put Judge Booty on. See if I can find that.
You mean Bruce Sherman's cousin, right?
Oh, what?
Yeah, the Sherman.
That family's got some money.
Dude, she should buy the Marlins.
Wow, Judge Judy?
She's definitely got more money than Bruce Sherman.
I'll tell you what, that Jorge Soler home run wouldn't have been taken back.
Definitely.
For sure. She would have laid down the law.
She would have laid down the law, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I would have loved every minute of it.
You love you some
You
Judge
stop
Judy.
being creepy like that.
Oh, dude.
Wow, she would have had some competition though, Mrs. Medentown.
Nah, there's no competition. Old Judge Judy, she's numero uno, dude. Marlins remain a half game back of the Cubbies. Cubbies lost last night. So the Fish are a game back of the loss column on them, 79-74. Cubs are 79-73. But going into this, it's a tough weekend because you got the Brewers in town tonight. If we're going to be scoreboard watching, we got it's a giant. Cubbies are taking on the Pirates, who stink.
Yeah. They do that good guy though. He's like 6'8", shortstop, I think.
Yeah. Yes.
Because there's another one who plays for the Reds.
Yeah, I thought you were thinking of Ellie De La Cruz. I thought that's what you were talking about. We got our own De La Cruz, Brian De La Cruz, who's always good like every 2 weeks for a 2-run go-ahead homer. He is.
I love it, dude.
That's
I'll take it.
Who it is? If you set your watch to it, every 10 games, Brian De La Cruz is going to hit you a go-ahead 2-run homer.
Every time Mercury is in retrograde.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's one that we got to look out for tonight. Cubbies are in action. And then they start a series with the Rockies this weekend. The Rockies are terrible.
I like that. We need that.
We need what?
Oh, the Cubs are starting.
Oh, no. We take on the Brewers. They're 20 games over 500.
Okay. But we have a secret. We gave away 4 pairs of tickets to tomorrow's game. So, that's a win.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Math.
Yeah, that's not great. Marlins are going to have to do some business. And then the Diamondbacks are going to New York, who, they're 500. They're ready to fire everybody with the, did you see Aaron Boone had himself a little tirade he loves a tirade. He loves an umpire. You know what I respect about Aaron Boone? He may not be a very good manager, but even with replay, he still has probably more fights with managers than any other manager right now. Fights with umpires, than any other manager. Because, like Skip Schumacher the other day with that Jorge Soler thing, it's like Skip Schumacher is kind of just like, what do you mean? And then the umpire's like, damage is done. Replay said what it is. And I would have loved at that point for Skip Schumacher, old school manager, Marcos, would have taken a shovel and dug up home plate.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, guess what? Now you don't know what's foul or fair. Because that seems unnecessary. What if Skip Schumacher just went out there and climbed up the foul pole?
Okay.
I just love to see. I love anytime anytime a manager can use props in a tirade. That's my favorite type of baseball.
That's fair. I was looking up the one you were just talking about with Aaron Boone. Apparently, he mocked him. He did the "you're out of here" symbol here. What's going on? This is good. Does it look like he's hitting the young jock going down?
No cap.
Okay. I blame me. I blame me.
I want to play this. So we played this in hour Tua, but if you missed it, Tua gave us all the goosies yesterday. He was talking about how the city of Miami has been waiting on a championship. And here was Tua if you missed it.
Yeah, I think it gives all of us on this team a lot of pride. We feel that the city of Miami has been waiting and they're ready, for a championship. You look at the Heat. You look at the Panthers, the Florida Panthers. All those guys were able to, to make it to the final dance. And they were able to do special things throughout their seasons. And so, we're kind of trying to trot along that line and sort of follow the lead of those guys.
Wow.
So good, dude.
Can I tell you something that was evident from his little soliloquy there?
What?
The camaraderie in South Florida sports right now is at an all-time high.
Yeah, I agree.
Tua's banging the drum over there. The Marlins are having heat night. You know, the Dolphins are now talking about how they want to, Mike McDaniel even mentioned it, how they want to emulate that same blueprint. And it's just, with all the hate that goes on in national media for South Florida sports, it's good to see that we're sticking together.
I agree. But the thing that's going to be interesting, Marcos, if he's able to pull this off, if Tua is able to be the quarterback who does win the Dolphins a Super Bowl for the first time since the 70s, his lore, his standing in South Florida sports history, he's going to become a legend.
Yeah.
You know, like he says that, you know, South Florida's been waiting, and that's true. South Florida has been waiting, even though, you know, waiting 10 years for a championship, it's not awful. It's not like you're not getting into like this dire territory like where Cleveland was years ago, where they hadn't won a championship since the merger. I think from the standpoint of being the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, and very clearly he's not going to be a quarterback who's just like, you know, being carried to the championship. He's going to be a big reason for the winning if they're able to get to that level. And if he's able to be that guy that's going to lead this team, if it goes from a guy who was nearly ousted by the organization for Deshaun Watson, who looks like a complete bum, and dealing with all the Tom Brady rumors and dealing with the unrest with Brian Flores and dealing with, you know, the uncertainty of, am I good at this? And you go from all of that and pick yourself up, and he is the quarterback, the next quarterback that wins a championship for not only the city, but even if the Heat go and win it this year with Damian Lillard and Jimmy Butler, if you're the next quarterback that wins it for the Miami Dolphins, you're talking like you may dethrone somebody on the Mount Rushmore of Miami sports, you know? Because here's the thing. I don't think if Jimmy Butler wins a championship, as much as I really want Jimmy to win a championship, even if Jimmy Butler wins a championship, you're not Dwayne Wade, you know? I do think that, like, we talked about this last year. I do think that Jimmy has a different control of the Heat audience than D Wade did, because D Wade was just pure excellence, but he wasn't like this character who was like a wrestler. But even still, him winning that championship, it is kind of the crowning achievement on his career and what he came down here for. And it would have been a great journey because of how many times he got up there. It's an awesome story, but I don't know if he can ever dethrone D Wade. Like if you're talking Tua being the next QB after 50 years, I mean, dude, that's all-time stuff right there. And you know, with this team, like, there's always this debate about, you know, and it's kind of a dumb one, like basketball town, football town. This town has shown they will wrap their arms around a lot of winners. You know, we've shown this with the Panthers, we've shown this with the Heat, and man, even the Dolphins just being mildly exciting gets this place drunk. But there is something about having that many generations, having that many decades of this team. If you're the quarterback that is able to deliver that, what that's going to mean for him is going to be crazy.
Does one championship put him over Dan Marino? That's rough, dude. That's rough.
It's tough to. I don't know. I don't know if you can dethrone Dan Marino with one.
Yeah.
But you got to talk about it.
You got to talk
about it.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's going to take him probably winning. I think he'd probably have to win a couple Super Bowls to even touch D Wade status for me.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's going to be possible. I don't know if anybody could. I'm going to be like the old man on his lawn. No one's going to touch D Wade for me. It's not possible. Get off my lawn. I don't care if he's Patrick Mahomes. But that first one, just that first one. Yeah, he's gonna be looking across this Mount Rushmore and he's gonna be like, Pat, Don, Dan. Somebody hand me a chisel. Somebody hand me a chisel. And he's gonna take somebody's spot. I'm not here to say whose spot that's gonna be.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're the next quarterback, to win a Super Bowl for the Dolphins, and you're a reason for that winning, which I very much think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to coattail ride his ass to a Super Bowl. If he were to be the one who delivers it, yeah, that's all-time stuff, dude.
Damn.
That's all-time stuff.
Damn. Look, Dan Marino from his rookie year was this, like, just, I don't want to say polarizing because there was very little negativity about him, but he lived up to the hype from the jump, and everyone loved Dan Marino. Tua, completely opposite. It's been nothing but a tumultuous, everyone who possibly could stop him is trying to stop him.
Dwayne, too. I mean, yeah, Dwayne and Dan. Like, because Dwayne immediately, you're winning game winners, you're winning playoff series. Year 2, you're in the Eastern Conference Finals. Year 3, championship.
Look at that.
Pretty good.
Wow.
Pretty good. He's amazing.
Yeah. I think the thing about
But yes, the ride of Tua,
different, man.
It's really something. It's something to feel about all the adversity. I mean, Jimmy's is going to be something too, but Jimmy came here. It's not Shaq because it's not Shaq. He's already been. This is going to be his 5th season.
Yeah.
But like you have this sense like Jimmy is coming here to win, have that be his crowning achievement, and I will say Jimmy's given us a ton of moments.
Yeah.
It's exceeded my expectations of what he's done and how much he's given the Heat fans over these last few years. But I don't know if he's ever, for me, I don't know. But you know what? There could be some young kid that's looking at Jimmy and being like, no, that's my guy because you're grandpa and I don't like D-Wade like that. I love D-Wade, but he's not the guy that I'm watching. He's not the guy I'm growing up. He's not 56 points making Giannis cry about the offseason.
Well, Wade is a part of Jimmy's story. That's true. That's why I think you're right. He'll never pass that because without Wade, there is no Jimmy here. Without Wade to have that blueprint, to do that secret recruiting in Chicago that we all know he did, there is no Jimmy Butler here.
Sneaky mission.
Sneaky.
And we got Kachuk.
Look at that.
And we got Kachuk.
What if Kachuk brings in 2 cups? Oh, my God.
Man.
We're so good.
What a time to be alive.
Messi is the 4th most important in this entire city.
No, I mean, get back on the pitch, dude.
Okay.
You know take a break. Bye.
All right.
It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Thursday Night Football tonight. You can listen to that right here on QAM. We got that for you. Little Giants going into San Francisco to take on the 49ers. And, Giants don't have much of a chance if you look at Vegas. They're not giving them much of a chance over there.
Does this mark the beginning of bad Thursday Night Football?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I don't think it seems like a very competitive game on the outskirts of it, right?
Yeah.
Already. But yeah, dude, like I think this is kind of the time. We're already seeing like a lot of big injuries start to hit. I do think this is like if you looked at the Dolphins injury report yesterday, a lot of guys with just on there. Not necessarily that are going to be out, but just they're starting to pile up. And so we're getting to this week 3. If this is the one where they're not that bothered by it, then it's coming next week.
Yeah, for sure.
It's coming soon. So, I got the feeling like this is going to – I think it's going to be a bad game, Marcos, because I'd be surprised if the Giants are competitive in it. But also, you have on top of it, it's Thursday Night Football. These guys have had a 4-day turnaround, and everybody's already banged up.
I got to bring back the color rush. It's the only reason I watched before.
That's why?
That's it.
I'll tell you what I'm not watching for tonight. That
What?
dumbass Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, God. I forgot.
Did you see what we got on the board, JFig? Behind you. I don't know if you know that's from Game Day Uncensored, which, by the way, mornings this week, 9 a.m. with myself, Omar Kelly, and Alejandro Solana. But JFig is holding up there. I've let Omar know, like, I don't like Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Wow.
And he doesn't understand this. He goes, how can you not like Ryan Fitzpatrick? And I'm like, I'm trying to explain it to him every single show why I just can't stand the guy.
So for our radio audience, that board says shows without Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I still don't even think.
Keeps going down. Okay,
Yeah, there you go. There you
the
go.
camera keeps moving. I'm sorry, guys.
The sign says shows without Fitzpatrick slander.
Yeah.
And it's at 0. And it will continue to be 0 because I'll get my pot shots in whenever I need to.
That's fair. If ever you're
He's
about
part
to
of the
show-
story, by the way. It's half his fault why everybody hated Tua at the
But you
beginning.
know what I don't see on this board?
Hmm?
You know what I don't see on this
What
board?
don't I see? What?
Your play.
Your play.
Oh,
That thing that you keep
the boot
procrastinating on?
Bootleg Scoop Boogie?
Bootleg Scoop Boogie.
I mean, I can do it, but I want to do it. Without Leroy's here. Leroy's not
You've
here.
been saying that for almost a month.
You got to
Oh,
remind
he
me.
had
You
it.
got to remind me
But
when
you already
Leroy's
had it
here.
Felt like he had it too.
I mean, listen, that's not good producing, JFig.
No, I am a
Oh.
video producer.
Whoa.
Okay?
Okay, so it's me. then.
Let's not get it
You're a
twisted
producer.
here.
Don't limit your producing. I see you make newsletters. Okay.
Oh,
Which actually,
she's a newsletter queen.
it's happening.
Please don't make me do blogs.
Another one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it in before
I don't
tomorrow.
want to.
noon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to do blogs anymore. Can I
You
just
know
say
what?
it?
I do
I don't want to do
newsletters
them anymore.
all the time.
I don't want to do blogs. I'm sick of doing blogs. I'm the only host who has to do them.
And you're the
It's
only host that
ridiculous.
does it perfect.
I don't
actually.
want to do them anymore.
You do.
I don't want to
You
do blogs.
Make
I'm
me work
sick of it.
less.
Yeah.
Everyone else makes me work some more.
Look at that.
I don't want to do your blogs anymore. I'm
Okay.
sick of it,
I
dude.
can't wait to see little
Get
hype
an
pop up.
IT person.
Well, there goes our +1. He can't yell at him until he gives us what we
I don't
want.
want to do blogs anymore. I'm sick of it, dude. I'm tired. I'm not a blogger.
Why do 5 newsletters?
5 newsletters?
I do about 5 newsletters a month.
Yeah, but I mean, look, informative. Who else is going to put Leroy's birthday on there?
Dade South says that JFig produces bird graves.
He's good.
He's good. Hey, there's something about this Dade South. Let me tell you something. He's good.
He's good.
He's good. Goosies.
That chili sauce. He's good. He's good. But he's no Dade South.
I can't wait till this number goes higher.
It's not going to go
It never
higher.
will, man. It never will. Even if like the show is going well on the way out, he's like, and thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Ryan Fitzpatrick's a bum.
Yep.
And I appreciate that. That's
I
consistency.
hated his shirt.
Yeah. I saw his commercials that he's having now. He's everywhere.
It's just one of those things.
Everywhere.
Can
Random too.
Can we just say how dumb it is that Ryan Fitzpatrick has more national commercials than Tua? He's a bum. He was not a good quarterback. He's never been to the playoffs.
He got injured in a water park.
He got injured in a water park, Jeff, and got sensitive about it. This
so
guy,
sensitive.
You know, and so I just don't understand this obsession with the guy because he has a beard. I get it; he's recognizable in a sport where people are wearing helmets and you don't know anybody's face. But still, like, why would I eat the pizza that guy did?
Like, how do you put him in a commercial with Kettle? Who else was in there?
When you said Kittle, I thought you meant like
George Kittle.
George Kittle. Sorry.
Who else in that commercial with?
Somebody else was with them.
Richard Sherman?
Wasn't Kelsey in it?
Probably.
Bunch of players better than him is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
All pros, the best of the best,
And
and
then
the guy.
you just have him randomly there.
What would you say was the peak of Ryan Fitzpatrick? He was the what best quarterback in the league ever?
Okay.
17?
Yeah. No, like his best, like for sure. His best.
Like what's the
17.
peak of Ryan Fitzpatrick was the 17th best quarterback in the league, probably. Maybe. He's never been top 10. He's never been to the playoffs. All he had was a beard, and all of the media lapped it up like a kitten with milk. Like it's ridiculous to me. And they made Tua feel bad.
Okay, but remember that throw though? There was just one. You know,
He had the one throw, and I was very conflicted again about it
Face
against the
mask.
Raiders. Yeah, I get
So
it.
good.
Congratulations.
That
You
was
had that
good.
one stupid throw against the Raiders.
I mean, look, Sean Payton's been living off of an onside kick for 10 years.
He
so
has been.
Sometimes
But
you live off one play.
you want to know what that win against the Raiders did?
Yeah.
Nothing, dude.
That's true. That is
Nothing.
It's true. But it was cool though.
It
Remember
was
his-
cool.
his
I
helmet
get
to
it.
the
It was a
side.
cool play. He had the but that's it. Like his game, his career can be wrapped up to memes and moments, but he's not good. He's not like Jimmy Butler. His memes and moments, they're in the playoffs, they're in the finals, they're in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
You want to know how many Fitzpatrick's been to? Never, because he's never been in the playoffs. And yet, this guy's got more Papa John's and Firehouse Sub and
But it was
Direct
Little
TV.
Caesars. Little
What?
Caesars NFL commercial with
It
Cam
should be
Gordon.
Little Bums Pizza. That should be his pizza.
Little Bums.
Yeah, that should be his brand of
I
pizza.
don't know. You want to
He's
try
out
this?
here.
sick of him.
He's out here with blowing on little. What's
Bubbles?
No, it's not. It's not bubbles. It's the little flower dandelions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Let's just try this out real quick. Hey kids, you know, I'm kind of tired. I don't really want to cook tonight. You guys want to go get some little bums? Not sure if I like that.
I don't like it either, but it's like enough of him already. It's just enough of Ryan Fitzpatrick. How did this guy go from getting all of the media gigs to all of the commercials for what? For what? Because he showed up shirtless at a Bills game?
Yeah.
He's not interesting. He doesn't say anything interesting. And he's a phony. He sat there on that Thursday night football with that ukulele next to Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
You know he didn't like him. You know he was upset that Tua took his gig. And he's super jealous of him right now. It's just
Remember how he made it all about him when Tua went down with that concussion? Started crying.
oh
talking
my
about-
god. The insincerity. Oh, just had trouble. Yeah, sure you did. You probably were like, "Where's my helmet?
Mm.
Can I get in there? You think the Dolphins still want me? No. Tired of his ass, man. Tired of it. Look at the people he's up there with. Richard Sherman, one of the best cornerbacks of his era. He's there with Tony Gonzalez.
Yep.
Maybe the greatest tight end ever.
Yep.
Whitworth, champion.
Yep.
Champion of a left tackle mauler. And then there's Fitz, funny beard.
Fitz. Funny beard.
Funny beard. What else has he done?
17th best.
How did these
quarterback
bum
at one point.
quarterbacks keep getting gigs? They got him. They got Chris Sims.
Oh yeah.
Arlovsky.
Oh,
what are we doing?
what are we doing? Actually?
What are we doing?
The people who you just named, like,
But at least, you know what? I don't like Chris Sims. You guys know that. Did you know I don't like him, JFig?
I think it's.
But at least Chris Sims is not in every commercial.
Yeah.
Chris Sims is not endorsing pizza. You know, Chris Sims is not telling me where to gamble every
Or
single
coming
weekend.
up with ideas for Thursday night football.
He's not doing that. He's, you know what? He's in his own little hell dweller place where Chris Sims belongs, and that's it. But this Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's like a virus. He's all over the place. It's infiltrating everywhere. Commercials, pregame. What's next? Is he going to be on Dancing with the Stars?
Oh my god! Please don't say that.
What's he going to be
'Cause
on?
It'll happen.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I would not be shocked.
The dancing beard.
Wow.
Is he going to be in like the celeb version of Hell's Kitchen? What's next for Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Or
Masked
Hot
Singer?
Ones?
Yeah, enough of them already. Enough.
What about a reality show? You know, Tyson Fury's got one. Maybe we can follow him and his 13 kids.
Or a documentary.
Ooh, like
On
the Beckham,
Netflix.
like the Beckham
Mhm,
documentary.
mhm.
Nice. I'd watch it. Tobin wouldn't.
He would hate watch it.
Oh, a hate watch. Those are good.
I love a good hate watch.
You hate listen sometimes, so you know.
Love a hate. Well, this love a hate listen, love a hate watch. I'm not above that stuff, man. You give me something, a good old petty watch, nothing wrong with that.
That's how he watches Hard Knocks.
That's how I watch it. You know, if it's not my team, what do I tune in for? Petty watch.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
That way you tell me to put on Cowherd sometimes. Look at him and just hate
yeah, because Cowherd the other day was like, I got on my hierarchy. Dolphins are number one. It's the herd.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, phony.
You had every sense.
That's how it ends, though, dude.
That's the herd.
He's sitting on, all right, let's look at my QB rankings. Tua's number one now. It's the herd.
Okay.
Herd back on this.
This is great.
Just enough, dude. I'm sick of him.
It's
Sick.
the herd.
But there's a lot of that going on, dude. There's a lot of Dolphin phonies out there. A lot of them
trying to hop on the bandwagon.
They're trying to hop on the bandwagon. They're trying to you know, go out there and say, oh, I plant my flag and the Dolphins were good. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I get it. That's what you're trying to do.
Is there anyone who you think is like
genuine?
Yeah, like they've been on our side the whole time and they never switched up. Was it what about I don't want
Louis Riddick?
Oh, yeah.
Louis Riddick, he's you know, he's been pretty pro Tua, I think.
What about Manuel Acho?
He's a phony.
Oh,
he's a phony.
Wow!
That dude is using the Dolphin for clicks. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me
Perkins.
of Kendrick Perkins,
Oh,
dude. Exactly.
man.
You
That
nailed
bothers
it.
me.
He's just using it. He found a fan base that'll oh, look at this. All the Dolphin fans are no, I don't believe in Emmanuel Acho. All right. The only person on that show that really loves Tua is Joy. That's it. Everybody else, liars, dude. Patrick says Darius Butler. Yeah, Darius Butler's down here, of course.
Darius Butler. He's the one on the Pat McAfee show.
He's on
right?
McAfee. Yeah. He's been on our show before.
Okay, hold on. One time I was in I think like 24-hour fitness somewhere, right? And he just happened to be playing basketball with us. And someone was like, this guy's good. And I'm like, whatever, dude. And he's like, no, he played in the NFL. And I was like, yeah, sure. Everyone's playing. What was he, like a third string corner or something? I looked it up and he was very legit. And I was like,
so you felt bad?
Oh, very, very, very. He's like, okay, this guy's not one of us. He was dunking.
Was he?
He was dunking, dude.
Wow, that's impressive.
It was very impressive.
All right, everybody. That's our show for today. Leroy will be back tomorrow on a Friday. Marcos will not because he's a bum and needs a long weekend.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna go spend time with my family.
Okay, I'm sorry. 16-year anniversary, everyone.
Is that what
Is it
is?
is?
Yeah, it is.
Aw.
We were gonna get married on a courthouse thing, but then she's like, I don't like frogs. Yeah, it's a long story.
What?
It's weird. It's weird.
Oh man. Well, listen, you have a great long weekend, Marcos.
Thank you.
Get married.
Marcos, I don't know if you guys saw the video. If not, I will retweet it. But we got something big coming up on Monday for our video audience. So very excited about that. If you guys missed any of the show today, shame on you. But you can make it up to me by watching it on YouTube, or you guys can get the Tobin and Leroy podcast on the Odyssey app. Sharing it, liking it, you know, get to it. The rest of you who did listen the entire time, I love you.
I'm very scared to play these drops.
I'll put Pat Riley's water wherever he wants, dude.
In a little martini glass.
I'll drink Pat Riley's bathwater.
Okay, no, okay, hold on. What are we
what?
Goosies.
You put all these stories out there. You know what? You like ball sacks.
Howdy, boy.
All I want to do is lose money. That's all I want to do.
Little easy on that, buddy.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.